Hi, welcome to Big Dad Industries. I am Ben, also known as Big Dad, and tonight I am again, probably for the last time, one of the players in our V5 actual play, Ask Not For Whom. Now I'll pass it off to the wonderful storyteller, House Tremere.
Well, thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm at House Tremere. I'm going to be the storyteller for tonight's session of Ask Not For Whom. This will be the final session. It has been a real blast playing it with a real great cast of characters and great people. I'd like to give them a moment to introduce themselves before we jump into the game. Tyler.
Hi, I'm Tyler. You can follow me on Twitter at Clan Gargoyle or at Tyler Rose RPG or at Pentex Inc. right now with Werewolf of the Apocalypse coming up. Make sure you take the side of Pentex. They're the good guys. Anyways, I will be playing Kestrel Holland tonight for the possibly final time ever. We'll see. We'll see if he makes it through or not. He is the currently redeemed and repentant Golconda seeking Toreador, which was not the direction I expected him to go in at the beginning of this game. But hey, we all learn new things about ourselves. I'll pass it off to Mad Dog.
I was like, this is not eighth grade English class. We're not doing popcorn introductions.
I'll catch the popcorn. I'll take the popcorn. It's okay. I'm Luke. Sadly, no socials. I know you all want to reach out to me, but that I'm doing this as a ploy, so that when I finally do get socials, you'll all flood me because I've been withholding for so long. I play Tom. I play Tom Collins, but don't ever call him Tom Collins. He is known as Mad Dog, and everyone should call him Mad Dog, or he will punch them in the face. And he is the bruiser of the triumvirate.
And I've introduced myself before, but Ben playing Owen the La Sombra, who I don't know how to describe how he turned out. Probably about right, I guess. Yeah, he's kind of just a piece of shit
From a certain point of view.
from most points of views.
A good Lasombra.
And so, with that, I think I'm going to do a brief recap. The last session began with the party going to the New Yorker Hotel on the trail of a ghoul, Carmine Giordano, who was wanted by both the Giovanni and by an unknown party at the time. They met him. They convinced him to go with them peacefully. Kestrel calmed his mind at one point, sprouting a third eye. But eventually, they got him out of the hotel. They decided to go and see who these strangers were that wanted him. Turns out it was a bunch of werewolves. A fight almost broke out. Mad Dog saying that he wouldn't get killed from one of them. Didn't sit well with the werewolves. But they escaped without harm, without fight. And they decided to give Carmine over to Regent Jacob Grayson, the presumed, in his mind, next prince of New York City. Jacob appreciated this. They found 2 blood fetters on Carmine. The party got to keep one of them. They were also advised not to interact with the seeking repentance figures. It's a little late for that, though. Jacob mentioned a few people he knew and trusted who thought were powerful enough to handle themselves, outright disappeared after talking to them. But you can only do so much with so much information. So then they were sent out scouting. They went to check out a warehouse on the request of the La Sombra Primogen. They get to this warehouse, they find some homeless people. They see a couple of fancy looking black tinted 4-door sedans. They see some people squatting inside the building. One of them seems to have a ghost alongside of them, but the ghost doesn't want to talk. They go to the roof. They look around. They spot a kindred on a second floor spying on the ground floor, and a kindred on the third floor spying on the second. This Nosferatu jumped across the way, spoke to the party ever so briefly, and fled. They wanted to know the party's names in exchange for theirs, and Mad Dog successfully convinced him his name was Butts Carlton. But to avoid a fight, he dashed away. The party returned to the La Sombra, informed them this building could make a good trap. Owen looked for places to put demolition charges and bring the whole building down. It's abandoned, and other than the homeless folks, no one there. No one would get harmed. You have about 3 days as this ambush is going to be planned. Yes. Oh.
Wasn't there also a ghost living there?
The ghost was with the 2 homeless vagrant squatters in the building. Kestrel saw the ghost and realized that it was probably the ghost connected to these folks, but they didn't know about it.
And then
They
the
had no
ghost didn't want
knowledge.
to talk about it.
And the ghost pieced right out through the walls and left the scene. Very easy for them to leave. So you've got a couple of days as the demolitions are planned, or gotten and acquired, the homeless are kicked out, and then you will go on the 3rd night. Before that, however, on the 2nd night, while the La Sombra are still doing their planning and the Tremere are still doing their planning, you're all summoned to see Prince Helen. She sends out a ghoul, or 3 of them if you're all together. There was one for a message with each of you saying, "Please come see me."
No reason
get
to
to
not go.
Yes, and so let's also just a hunger check for the night as you wake up on this 2nd night.
More hungry. I'm at hunger 2.
I'm good.
Hunger 3.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing you know the prince is always going to offer vessels to guests. You don't want someone you invite being hungry when they get to you. Not a recipe for an open mind. So, you go to Prince Helen's, her private chambers. She offers you vessels. You may all slake your hunger to 1. Although for the higher blood potency, that means you might have to, yes, you either can harm the human, the mortal, or ask the prince for 2 vessels.
Oh, I asked for 2.
Someone is on the wrong side of their herd tonight. Very well, and she gets another one for you.
I'm
Kestrel,
always on the wrong
Kestrel
side of my
gives
herd.
their vessel to him because Kestrel's not hungry.
Ah, a giving mood, are we, Kestrel? Then let me ask you to give this. An accounting.
Accounting.
I have heard that you have stayed neutral in the matter of the secession.
We
Is this
have,
true?
yes. Yes.
Do you not care about who is in charge?
We care very much about who is in charge, but we don't want to make our caring about it the business of others.
Is this how you all feel?
We've made a decision, and we find it the strongest position to not let anyone else know what that position is.
Owen?
Don't want to be seen backing the wrong horse.
You know what they say about those in the middle of the road. But
Believe me,
I'm
Prince,
sorry.
we're not in the middle of the road. We've chosen. but we're not saying.
Say to me.
How far off is it? Out of character, how far off are we from the actual election?
Like a day, right?
More days than the ambush. The ambush is before the election. So
I thought we were like 2
4
nights
days
out
out,
before.
4 nights for the election, or 3 nights for the election, and 1 night for the ambush.
Castro kind of looks at the other two like, do we want to say it?
I kind of have to say it.
Giving you the look in your eyes, you fucking opened your mouth.
Isn't it enough to know that we have chosen and we've secured our position without having to reveal it to the rest of the city? Yourself included. Isn't that the stronger position?
Is it not praiseworthy for us to have even eluded the knowledge of our prince?
Have you ever watched a cop show where the cops have evidence but want a confession anyway?
Do you have evidence?
Now you ask me to show you my hand. She turns her back on you all for a moment.
Oh no.
Turn on toughness?
If you want to, make a rouse check.
I kind of do because
Your grandfather's
ex-
ghost turns his back on you.
she's extremely powerful, so gotta protect
Okay,
yourself.
go ahead. Yeah, give me that rouse check. Advantage, essentially, because you have high enough blood potency.
Dice rules.
Just 2d10, take the higher.
2.
Or 1 success or better.
Gotta remember to add thirst. Now what I do wrong? Oh, damn it! Hold on, I did the formula wrong.
So you can turn on toughness. I'm going to continue with what she's doing.
Go ahead, go.
She turns around, turns her back to you. She takes a few steps, and she turns back around. There is power in a secret. The Nosferatu know this. The Tremere know this. Many others do too, of course. There is also power in not having to fear who knows you exist. Dracula telling Stoker to write that book, for example. Who's going to tell Dracula to fuck off? Not a lot of people. So you have perhaps gained some power through your secrecy. Think about if that's the kind of power you really want, my dears.
My prince, we are backing Julia.
And for Prince, the sheriff matters, but surely the Prince matters more.
You shall see.
Very well. Keep your secrets, wizard. I will not implore you if it is as you say it is, and you have chosen a side. Had you been truly neutral, I might have said something. But your candor, Owen, on Julia, makes sense. I would expect no less. But none of you have clan ties to any of the contenders.
No.
Very well. I shall see you in 4 days then. Don't go getting into any trouble now.
We never
Have a
get
good-
into any
Wait,
trouble that is not
me?
deserved. Oh wait, does she comment on the fact that Mad Dog has horns, or is he wearing his hat?
Chapeau.
Would she let him
The
wear his
chapeau.
hat?
Ooh.
Yeah, Mad Dog, you probably would take your hat off. The prince is also like seen you have these sorts of things before, right, over the decades. Um, so it's not unique or rare that she would see you with some animal trait or thing. The horns being the sort of infernalist horns are a little strange to her, but she no more she sort of looks at those when she says things like don't get into any trouble.
We mean to make it safely through the election.
And,
Have you heard
and
anything
also after.
And
Have you
also,
heard anything more about these werewolves supposedly in the city?
We've
Yes,
heard
we-
things, yes.
we've heard things. Rumblings. There's many of them.
Quite
Too
a few
many.
in Central Park, yes. And outside of Central Park as well. They've taken up residence.
Do you have a specific location?
Manhattan Beach.
Address?
We have the
Yes.
address.
Please share it with me.
Give you.
Making sure. Most interesting.
But that is
Uh,
not
how
their
many-
main gathering point.
How many did you see there?
At least
Or do
3.
you know are there?
3.
At least 3.
At least 3.
There were more, but they didn't.
They
There were
didn't
more
seem like
people
fighters.
there. There were more people there, but the werewolves at least told them to go back inside when we came.
Did they see you?
Not me.
I confronted them.
As well as me.
I was watching over someone.
You know how unwise that was,
For them.
right?
They just have large jugs of blood sitting in their refrigerators.
They tried to hire me as a bail bondsman. That's how we were able to track their address down.
Interesting. Does that mean, do you have a name?
It's Bear the dog.
Huh. Where have I heard that name before? Where have I? And you see her start the thinking process, and then her eyes kind of go off, and you hear her say, "Oh, Persia." Ah. And one of her aides comes in and says, "That's probably all you'll get from the prince tonight."
As
She
we
feels
leave, I
it
say,
all.
yeah, I don't think she's ever been to Persia before.
She's old. She's been a number of places.
I mean, it was probably the Ottoman Empire when she was there.
Probably. But Persia's a more romantic name.
More romantic than Macedonia?
Definitely.
Macedonia.
Don't get me started on Macedonia, honey. I can tell you things about artists from Macedonia. Ugh.
Oh, God, I think I went to Macedonia in World War II.
Shithole.
Alright, let's not talk shit on an entire country on my stream right now. Let's not go further.
This is a good point to stop and say, reminder, this is an adult game of Vampire the Masquerade. Things such as blood, death, light gore, body mutilation, and blood-sucking killing of people. These are
Shit
things that
talking on
make
various
happen.
countries.
Yeah,
We
the-
respect people of, we respect and love people of every country and culture.
But this
Even
game
if our
will
characters
include
don't.
irrational hate of other countries. Sorry about that. There.
The views expressed by our characters are not held by the players.
And no one should strive to be these characters.
Except the ones we have about New Jersey.
Yeah, fuck
No,
New
yes,
Jersey.
Yes, no, yeah, that's valid.
We're going to move on to getting a message from Jacob, summoning you all to the Tremere Chantry, where Jacob says, all right, let's go over the plan for tomorrow. Owen, I believe that you have agreed to be our lure.
Correct.
I don't know how often you go fishing, but you need something on the end. And while getting at you is perhaps enticing to them, we have even better. And he opens a folder, and it says Antonius Blockhead, Nosferatu Primogen. And he takes out the picture, and it's a picture of a mortal. I don't know why, and I don't really care why. But Antonius, he cares about this person. So, you are going to, in sight of Tony and crew, kidnap this person, put him in a car, and drive to the warehouse.
Will we
Sound
have a
good?
driver for this?
Race car.
Oh, yeah! That was not
He's a-
in character.
He's a good one.
Oh, he is certainly qualified.
Where would
Eminently.
we be taking this person from?
Don't worry about that. What is important is that Owen, you and Race Car will be at this location. And he names the street corner. We know that the Nosferatu, and even some Ventru, are having a meeting with, and I'm not sure why, but the mayor? It's a closed door thing. But we know that they're going to be leaving this building. When you see them leave that building, the target will appear. Don't worry how, don't worry why, we'll make it so. But Owen, you have to make it very clear that you got their attention, they see the target, and they know that you're driving away with them.
Okay.
Mad Dog, Kestrel, you will be with our contingent inside the warehouse, lying in wait. I have prepared a few concoctions for you. One of them you may be familiar with. And he hands out a potion to Mad Dog and to Owen. These are strength and stamina enhancers.
Ooh.
Do not have them now. Wait until the moment is right. Kestrel,
Yes.
I believe. I was told that you used 2 of our Auspex potions, and that's why we have no more of them. Surely you found them very useful.
Incredibly useful, yes.
I can only part with 1 this time. You'll have to do more with less.
That's perfectly acceptable. Thank you very much.
Philip worked overtime. And, well, here are 1 each of the bullet-catching flasks.
Nice.
That, as they say, is that. I look forward to working with you in the years to come. And I hear Willie told me that you met someone on the roof?
Nosferatu, yes.
George? Was that his name?
George Jackson, yes.
It was only last night. You know how memory goes.
Well,
Bleeding.
it would have been good to get the name of that other watching person. But we'll be ready. We will have overwhelming numbers.
Hmm.
Well, collectively, anyway.
Has there been any progress on finding the abomination?
We have only found some of their trail of destruction. Unfortunately, I cannot say how hot or cold the trail is. It is not 24 hours, so I suppose it is at least that cold. How long it will take us to finish our investigation, I can't say.
Have you seen any more of the two traveling preacher individuals?
Make sure none of the other Tremere ghouls are around. Josie never came back. She was the most recent person to tell me she met this person. But it is possible she was simply killed by a Ventru. How odd that might be the better option.
Well,
But I do not
you
know what
keep an eye out.
One thing at a time. We must focus on this as much as we will be outnumbering them. If the Nosferatu don't get a couple of good licks in, I would be very surprised. They are a potent clan.
It's true. It's true. How is Carmine? Useful?
Carmine is very pliant. And Owen, I know you asked for his servitude as a ghoul. Ask me after tomorrow. It would take more than that long to fully bond him to you anyway. Do you have any other questions before I retire for the day?
Are we sure we don't want us to be there with Owen when he makes the abduction?
I've got it.
All right.
What will we be doing inside? What's our official role there?
Lying in wait.
Do we need to be
What?
hidden, or can we be out in the open?
No, we must remain hidden. As the explosives that we have placed, thanks to Owen's scouting and the Lasombra's placing of them, are a last resort. I do not believe in wasting perfectly good vitae, nor letting someone who can survive crumbling buildings on them get away. So the explosives are to be used only if necessary, should we be losing or have to flee, for example.
Can't imagine that happening.
I feel quite confident. What could stop the Tremere at this point? We have all that we need, and we shall succeed.
And so shall we.
The sun is coming up. I can feel it. I must retire. I have many fingers to chop off tomorrow. My own, to start. It's a ritual thing. Don't worry about it.
I'm just trying to figure out which one, though.
Firewalker.
Ah, yeah.
Do you start?
Damage from fire.
Do you start with the pinky?
Of course. The first thing that you cut is always the least useful.
Oh, that's a Betty.
It's very funny you should mention that. I suppose I have one last surprise for you. And he knocks on a door. And out walks Betty, but with the voice of Berta. Oh, calm down, you three. I'm not here to kill you. Why, I think it's pretty nice how you killed the person I look like. It's a neat trick these, well, it's a neat trick we have. And she looks at Jacob. You can say it. We stole it from some Samitsi.
Ah. Aren't all of the Zamisi Sabat, though?
We can steal from who we like.
You know,
We
I've
are
heard
Tremere.
that's up for debate.
I don't generally keep eyes on fiends. They are
The latest
grotesque.
edition of news that's out there.
If the
The
dragon
latest
joined
edition.
Camarilla, that would be an interesting list of enemies to the Tremere being joined recently. Keeping one clan out of the city I can manage. Two would be hard.
Do I know my kindred history well enough to know about the historic fight between the Tremere and the Tzimisce?
You can roll for it, yeah.
I assume there's a meme out there that everyone has seen. It's Groundskeeper Willie talking about like blank and Scots, but it's
but
like,
not in world.
but it's
Right?
every
In world,
clan.
you might have no idea.
It's every clan. in
Would that be
Tremere.
academics or?
You can use academics, politics, or occult.
I'll take academics. That's my
How
best.
Yeah, there you go.
6. Wrong channel.
Add thirst.
No, I literally did it in the wrong server. I was looking at a different server. Added the wrong person.
Don't
Only
elaborate.
2.
Nah, you know that there's bad blood between the Tremere and the Tzimisce, but that's true about almost every clan in the Tremere, so.
Yeah.
Them stealing
Except
from
with
another
Tremere.
group of
What
kindred.
do you mean almost?
They have a really good relationship with the gargoyles, as you see from
That's
Lily.
not a clan.
Uh-huh. Hey!
Gargoyles are a clan, and if you have
Shut
a problem
up.
with that, we can duke it out later.
I heard they come from eggs.
We never
I heard
got
it's
to
like,
ask
but it's
about
like
that.
shark eggs. Is that like the weird squishy ravioli thing?
We never got to ask the gargoyle about the eggs.
I thought you did, because you had them with you for a day or
I
two.
No, he
assume,
said that they didn't come from eggs, but I don't believe him.
I
think that's
assume
just
we asked
lie
a
that
lot
they
of
tell us.
questions off screen.
Yeah, the Ned finds out Peter is Spider-Man series of questions. But the night, the day passes. Owen, you get a strange dream. It's you dressed in a solid black cloak, but your face is visible, just your face. And you're holding a stick. It's a long stick. And oh, what's that at the end? It's a scythe. And then you sit down on a rock across from a man dressed in medieval armor. You start playing chess. The face of this man comes into vision. It's Tony Blockhead. Antonius Blockhead.
When you say medieval armor, do you mean like when we think of Middle Ages, or do you mean like Roman?
Crusades era,
Okay.
Middle Ages. And you look down at the chessboard, and it looks like you're winning. And then you look up to smile at your opponent, and suddenly it's your face on the knight. And you look back at the chessboard, and suddenly you're losing. And you look up, and you see Antonius again. The board gets knocked over by a gust of wind that makes your cloak billow and cover your face.
I thought I was a knight though,
No, you look at the knight,
and then I
and you see the knight's face is your face.
okay. I thought it
Same
was like a
exact clothing,
swap.
but now it's you.
Okay.
And then, but you're still looking from your perspective. When you look back at the chessboard, you're losing. Then the gust of wind knocks over the board in pieces, covers your face with your black cloak, and you wake up from torpor. Mad Dog,
Oh no.
in your torpor, you don't actually see anything new. You just get a series of flashes reminding you of the night that you woke up as a vampire. Moment after moment comes into your mind, realizing you were hungry, the first time you sank fangs into flesh, the first time you activated a discipline, the first time you resisted a command from another kindred. They flash into your head, and it is almost like there's something you're forgetting. Even though all these flashes are so familiar, you've seen them all, there's something that you know isn't there. You're not sure what. You wake from torpor as well. Kestrel.
Yes.
You don't have so much as a dream, so much as a flash of just 3 tarot cards. I'm going to ask you to roll 1d10 for that.
1d10.
Yep, a little bit of luck. Which 3 tarot cards?
Death, 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 death. Death,
2.
death 3 times.
2? Okay. So what you see are the following. The first card is this one. It fades. The next card,
Tower.
and finally, death. And they kind of flash, they like go through in a wheel in your mind until they move so quickly together, they're all blurring, and the colors are swirling, and suddenly it just becomes a bright white light like a sun, and you open your eyes out of it. I'd like a rouse check from each of you to see how the night greets you.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, you're not alone. I also rolled a 1, so.
Well, there are certainly opportunities to feed. The Tremere have set it up, so there's actually a few hours, 5 or 6, before this plan is in motion. But they do want to have a lot of prep time and going over, and you're following this person and making sure everyone knows what they're doing. So you have a couple of hours, and you can do a hunting roll if you like. You can ask Jacob to feed you if you like. But you would have to ask. What do folks want to do about their hunger?
I guess I'll hit up my herd.
Okay.
I know you closed those
I'm still at
lanes
1.
in the bridge on the tunnel.
I'm going to try to hunt.
Okay. Oh, and your herd, they allow you to feed, so you may reduce your hunger.
Thanks, Chris.
They are scared of you.
Yeah, that
This
tracks.
is an intimidated herd. Normally a herd likes the kiss, but they are afraid. They do not love you. They fear you.
I mean, I always interpreted them as a group of people I have a lot of blackmail on.
More than the norm, because blackmail could ruin their life. These people instinctively know you might just end it. it may be hard to maintain your herd in the long haul. Kestrel, what is your hunting role?
I'm going to hunt my usual way by seduction, but go about it a little bit differently this time.
Hmm.
My hunting roll is charisma and subterfuge.
Okay.
6. Okay, let me make it roll. 3 successes.
What do you do differently?
This time I'm going to do basically almost a consensualist move when we are involved with one another, wrapped up. I'm going to ask to like bite the person, say like I'm into biting, and like kind of bite them like all over, and then eventually actually like feed on them, but like ask first and only take 1 point.
They are down with that, and it does not trigger any potential issues since you were effectively operating under the consensualist predator type.
Yep.
No harm, no foul. They leave you happier than when they met you.
Excellent.
Maybe a little worse for wear. They went to a doctor.
I
But
mean,
happier.
they're a little low on blood, but they had a good time. So,
Who wouldn't trade a little blood for a good time,
and
right?
with humanity 8, you can do more than usual.
True. So your hunger goes down, and it is now time for the final plan. The plan that will eliminate all the enemies. You, Owen and Kestrel. I'm sorry, Mad Dog and Kestrel. You are led into a car by um, uh, Reggie, who was driving before, joined by uh, Philip, and you see in another car Berta, looking like herself, getting into a vehicle with Willie and Kramer. They drive you to the warehouse. Everybody gets out. You look around. You don't see the fancy looking cars. You don't see people on the balconies. The homeless at the fire who had like a little fire pit, they're gone too. You've got about half an hour. Berta leads everyone inside and leads you to your hiding spots. You're going to be on the first floor, nothing too fancy. That's where Owen will run in. And here's the trick. Owen doesn't know this yet, but it should be good. The person the Nosferatu cares about, it's Jacob. He's going to pull a little flesh crafting on himself.
All right.
Also want to make sure everything goes according to plan.
I'm glad we know that now.
Yeah, don't harm this guy.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I would have beat the shit out of him otherwise. I'm glad you told me otherwise, because
I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
that's a little bit of a random person to target when we're going to have Nosferatu to attack. So look, you two should be attacking Nosferatu when they
witnesses,
get here.
witnesses.
Oh, okay. That's, I hadn't thought about it because I knew it was going to be Jacob this whole time, but that's a pretty good idea. Yeah, all right, Mad Dog.
He's always with it. He's got ideas.
But still, the priority is the Nosferatu.
Sure, got it. We're definitely sure that this whole building isn't currently filled with obfuscated Nosferatu. Yes.
I mean, we've got Auspex, and we can take a look around.
That'd be
I'll do that
ace.
too. I'll help. I'll help you out with that.
Sure. We're gonna come back to the warehouse in a little bit, and we'll have those roles decide how the scene continues. But let's go back to Owen after hitting up their herd and drinking some blood, they get a message from Race Car. I'm at the intersection. Come to the car.
On my way. I can't text back. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you get there 10, 15 minutes time to spare. Race Car is sitting in this nondescript car. You can't actually tell that he's in there because you don't have Auspex. And he's totally sitting in there with the obfuscate on. But like you get up to the car and knock on the window or try and open a door, and he appears suddenly, and he lets you in. He's like, "Can you do that? What I just did?
No.
Great. I hope they don't see you." And he turns on obfuscate again.
You're driving.
Only once you get someone in the car, you hear a bodiless voice say.
Okay.
Obviously, once the car is moving, I'm
Okay,
going to
I
be
thought.
visible.
Okay.
But I just don't want, like, look, any points. That's the car they came in. You think they don't have a ghoul sitting in that car?
I mean, isn't that the point for them
I
to
don't
be
know
watching?
if that ghoul you look like.
Why don't you go over and take the ghoul out of the car?
Or cover yourself in darkness.
I mean, Shadow Cloak, but that just increases my stealth by 2.
Are you being stealthy?
I mean, I guess. Sure.
Give me a stealth roll.
Stealth and what?
Let's do composure
Ooh.
or wits, because you're being smart about
Oh,
how to hide it.
my wits is good. Do I get the power bonus since I'm using a power in addition to?
No,
Yeah.
because you don't have to roll for it, right?
No.
You add dice when you roll.
All right. So 2.
You don't add your power bonus to like Fortitude 2, for example.
7 dice.
Nice.
Two successes.
Good.
So you're a little bit covered up. Like you lean your seat back, so like your actual body profile is blocked by the car frame and the driver's side seat. So you got a little bit of cover there, and maybe the ghoul doesn't even know what you look like. That's entirely possible. And probably better not to get their attention by grabbing them. They might have a emergency phone button to press.
Yeah, probably.
Race Car says, "All right, great. You're kind of covered up. Let's just wait here for a while." And the time ticks on the clock. 11:44, 11:46, 11:48, 11:52, 11:53. The doors of the building open. Out walk 2 Ventru, who you recognize. Barbara, who's the one who got the bullets, not Betty. Barbara and Mark. They are walking out, and behind them, you kind of assumed that the Nosferatu meeting with the mayor of New York City would be using Obfuscate 3, or some level of Obfuscate. They are absolutely not. They are in their Nosferatu visible form. You see Grover, Tommy, Tori, Antonius, and Jean. So a pack of 7. And they make their way towards the car that has the ghoul in it.
Is the ghoul the one I'm after, or?
No. As they are walking,
Oh my god, don't tell me I'm about to kidnap the mayor.
Race Car nudges you, and he points to the sidewalk. It's not the mayor. You know what the mayor looks like. That's an easy enough picture that you probably would have recognized if you have dots in politics, even just one. But no, walking down the sidewalk by themselves, although your eyes are kind of drawn to the fact that they are missing 4 of their fingertips. But otherwise, spitting image of the person in the picture. And they're just like, walking down the street. I got nothing on my mind. Walk right by the car that you're in, Owen.
Okay.
What do you do?
Gonna get out of the car, pull out a handgun, and shout, "Get in the fucking car!"
Okay. I would like some sort of a roll. Let me get a performance roll.
Not
Charisma
intimidation.
plus-
I don't know who this person is actually,
That is very true. Yes, go ahead and make
and
an
I
intimidation.
have a specialty.
you
in
don't get to
coercion.
add- You don't. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Because you think you're really doing this. So by all means,
All right. Well, you mean to use composure, charisma,
manipulation,
manipulation?
charisma.
Good. Yeah, I'll take that.
Manipulation plus intimidation.
Yeah.
You are manipulating this person and doing what you
And
want.
Shadow Cloak gives me a bonus for intimidation against mortals. I assume.
Doesn't.
Yeah.
Doesn't apply. Yeah, no, this is not immortal, even though he looks like
The
He's the
power
best
of
kind of
belief does
actor.
not help me here.
Flush of Life is activated, but that's not enough.
3.
So you could have taken half because he is going to do what you say. Now I need that performance roll because there was an element of getting their attention. Intimidating this person is half the battle.
Okay, I have no points in performance, so I'm going to rouse the blood on charisma. I assume I'm using charisma for this?
Charisma or composure.
Let's do composure and still roll at... it's one more
Yes.
die, so...
Okay.
Pure charisma. You're the best kind of actor. You don't know your acting.
Oh, I got a 10! Yes! So rolling them 6 dice.
I smell something good coming here.
Holy shit, 6 successes!
That's a crit too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, a crit. Great. No, that's so you successfully intimidate this person. You're a little surprised at how quickly they kind of go with the program,
I'm that good.
but then they struggle just a little bit for your gun, and it goes off in the air.
Oh, it
So
wasn't
the
loaded.
sound of a gunshot
I
went
actually...
off.
Owen doesn't know how to use a gun, so he wouldn't load it. He had it just for the kidnapping.
Okay, no gunshot goes off, but the sound of people squabbling and 2 hands in the air on a pistol as you quickly regain it, but that creates enough commotion that you clearly see heads turn. You get the target into the vehicle, like just both dive in the back door. Race car takes off, and by the time you can get yourself up and like looking out the back of the window, you see 2 of the Nosferatu leaping after you, and the rest of them getting into the vehicles and driving. We're going to see if the leapers can make it faster than Race Car can drive. But first, let's go back to the party at the warehouse.
I'm being attacked by 2 Shia LaBeoufs.
So the Tremere are going to do their Auspexy stuff, but for the party's sake, that will be, I believe, Kestra. Unless Mad Dog put points in Auspex.
Oh, I'm gonna willpower that. That's not much better, but okay, it's a 2.
2?
God.
There are, to your sight, only 2 people that you spot with Obfuscate hiding. And those 2 people are La Sombra. You have found the La Sombra contingent that is laying in wait for the Nosferatu. It's not just going to be the Tremere. It's also the La Sombra who will be there. And
Okay.
so you
Okay.
did spot some of them. You also spotted some Lasombra who were just hiding, but not like using obfuscate. It's not in clan for them, but some of them went and learned.
Can I see the ghost anywhere?
You do not see any ghosts, nor do you see those homeless vagrants. They seem to have been decamped.
Okay. Yep. I wave at one of the hidden Lasombra.
You kind of hear them mutter, "Shit, I need to do a better job," and they like fully appear to everyone. Mad Dog can see them. And you see them like skulk away and try and find some shadows.
Sorry, guys. You're just not
No,
very good at
no,
this,
someone's got to
apparently.
call us on our shit. I guess. I just didn't think it was going to be that easy and quick. Um,
I
the
mean, we Toreador are known for being rather good at all specs, so I say
so
with my 2 successes.
ballpark the layout of this space. By the way, I'm going to use cardinal directions, even though they're not true north, south, east, west. The Lasombra are taking sort of camp on the northern side, on the first floor. The Tremere are on the eastern side on the first floor. The entrance is from the south, and so that is where they expect that they'll come in, and then both sides will converge down. There are, of course, 3 floors. You can look around a little bit more up there. That's where some vagrants were, but nothing up there. You do spot the explosives as well. There are clearly, once you know what you're looking for and looking for them, demolition charges. And at one point, you see Willie pull out a detonator type device in case of. There's also a backup because these are radio controlled, and let's say Owen needs to use it. There is a backup. Here, each one of you, and he hands out flares. If you have to do it manually, we're all fucked. So I'm sorry. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But take them out if you're the last person standing.
I'm gonna have decent shot. This should be fine.
I think I want to start like turning on all of my many physical abilities.
I'm gonna storyteller advise you to hold for that.
when I get ready for that.
I will. I know that is pinged in the book. You want to turn everything on.
Basically.
I'll also, when it gets to be time, turn on some stuff.
Yep. And that will happen very shortly because it's probably 11:55.
Oh, actually, wait. What? Before we get any further, how long does the off specs last again? All night?
All night. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to take that early in the
Okay.
evening, and I'm going to, once we're set up and we're all established, do premonition.
Okay.
Try to.
Go ahead and give me that roll with Auspex 6. Additionally, once combat begins, you do have a power called Combat Premonition, which, should you try to use it in combat, you'll then learn the mechanics of. But Premonition, just rouse check with advantage, blood potency 3, and find out how many successes. And now, which tarot cards do you see? I have the left.
Ha 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 ha. We'll see. Three successes.
The only additional thing you see, you sort of get a refresher of the cards you saw before, but there's an additional one. It's not exactly connected. And it's actually, you see this.
Hierophant.
All right.
Oh. And then it fades from your view with 3 successes.
If one of the Tremere walk by, I'm gonna ask them, do you know anything about tarot?
Sure. What do you want to know about it?
In like Kestrel gets out like a piece of paper and kind of like draws the general shape of the cards that they saw. Do you know what these mean?
I mean, broadly speaking,
Yeah.
but why? Like, I never put any stock at what.
I just keep seeing them.
All right, come to the library in the chantry afterwards.
All right.
I don't think right now is the best time for an expository lesson on the meaning of
I mean,
tarot.
I keep focusing on like the future here, trying to get like a feel for what's going to happen, and I'm seeing these cards, so I'm getting a weird feeling they might be
Wait,
connected
wait, wait.
somehow.
Race car chimes in. Like, hold on, I
Race
got some
car?
visions. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't race car. It was Reggie. Yeah. Reggie and race car. I
Reggie.
meant to link them.
R&R.
And they're good friends. Um, Reggie is like, yeah, actually, so there is one tarot card that I got a vision of, and I thought it was just a vampire thing because it was the sun.
Huh. I haven't seen that one. At least I
Oh,
don't
you
think I
haven't?
have. I mean,
Well,
I haven't seen
that's
it look like a sun.
huh. Well, I would sure love to, and there's probably going to be an interruption at the door. We'll find out the nature of that interruption when we cut back to Owen, race car, and the target. Owen, once in the car and race car is driving, you hear the target say, "Get off of me! I'm fucking Jacob!" in Jacob's voice.
I don't care who you're having sex with. You're coming with me.
I am the future prince. Get off of me.
Oh, you're
And he
actually Jacob.
forcefully shoves you.
Thank you for
Do you
cooperating.
understand now?
You worm.
Why not tell me? What if I had decided to kneecap you?
It looks better for the audience.
All right.
Furthermore, I feel quite confident in my durability. Thank you very much.
At least he's not acknowledging the fact that the gun has no bullets.
I mean, he knows you're a Lasabra. You might just do fighting with shadows. Race car is quickly driving away, and does the car outpace these kindred? Oh, so race car is running every red, doesn't care what like. He is quickly getting the hell away from there. But as he like swerves around the row of cars at the red light into oncoming traffic, someone turns and like the two cars scrape the sides. The doors don't come off or anything, but like the mirror is busted. The car spins a little bit, and one of the Nosferatu lands on the trunk of the car. Race car gets control. He does the gear shift thing from the Fast and the Furious, making a car have nitro, and quickly continues on towards the warehouse. But there is a Nosferatu on the back of this speeding car. What would you like to do, Owen?
I would like to rouse the blood and use Stygian Shroud on that Nosferatu, which will envelop him in shadow and give him a 3 dice pool penalty to all rolls unless he can see through supernatural darkness.
Auspex may allow him if he has that. But yes, give me the roll first. We'll see how successful this is. And then what is Jacob doing?
Successful rouse check. There is no like skill or anything.
Okay, it's just an automatic.
If you're in the area, you are affected.
Okay.
And if this was a mortal, they'd be taking 1 superficial damage every turn they remain within it because they are getting strangled by the magic darkness. I have dark vision.
Definitely not immortal. But Jacob takes out his magic wand and reminiscent of what you saw him do to Berta, attempts to like force push the Nosferatu off the trunk. Even though he's enveloped in this shroud, the Nosferatu digs their hand in and like is connected with the car and the metal of the trunk. But Jacob just, the car metal, the sheet metal rips off the car as half the trunk and the Nosferatu get tossed into the street as Jacob, as Racecar is making the last few turns to get to the warehouse. You see the two Nosferatu stop and get picked up by the van. You think you might have 30 seconds of time on them. Racecar slides the car, doing a few power slides. Gets to the warehouse. The Nosferatu are right behind you. He actually says, duck and roll. Yeah.
If you were gonna pick chase music for this scene, what does Race Car have on the radio or sound system right now?
Mona Lisa Overdrive. The Matrix Highway.
Yeah.
Music.
Don't go on the highway.
Never go on the highway. The thing is that Racecar doesn't stop the car fully. He just like slows it down a bunch, and it's still driving as you're getting to the front door. And he's like, "All right, everybody, just hop the fuck out." And Jacob hops out, tucks and rolls. Racecar pops out. Owen, what's your take half on dexterity athletics?
Oh, dexterity athletics would be 2.
Yeah, it's fine. He slowed it down enough. You're not still doing 55 as he makes this. But the car keeps going, and you see it just crash through the barrier and into the water and like start sinking as you're making your way into the building. You bust through the doors as Reggie was saying, I could talk to you more about this, but, and then you hear Racecar, Owen, and Jacob, you now know, burst through the doors and quickly run towards the central the central staircase where you are planning your ambush and where the Lassombra and Tremere contingents are lying in wait. But Owen, Jacob, he says, we have to stand here in the light. We got to draw him in. And so Racecar obfuscates himself into hiding. Jacob and Owen are standing in the middle, skylight above them. And
I want to stay close to them.
Yes. Well, as close as you can, but you don't want to be like...
Not visible, but to get to them to protect them.
Yeah, you can easily get there in one within a turn. No problem. If somebody is at their location, right? If they're on the other side shooting them, it's harder, but...
Totally.
The sound of cars turning off can be heard. Car doors shutting can be heard. You even hear one car sound like it gets a beep with an alarm on it.
Beep, beep.
It's just hilarious for a vampire to have. But it's what you hear. The door does not burst open. The door peeks open.
Oh, can we activate powers before
Can we start turning these powers on? I've got to get 4 or 5 of them on.
So I'm going to say flat, everything you want to turn on, you have time to turn on. Make your rouse checks. Tell me at the end, there will be a moment when I say what is active, and you will have your list of active powers for me. Because, yeah, you know all your rouse checks. They're mostly going to be re-rolls as well, because level 2 stuff, but you'll get those on. Because this is a little bit of narrative. So, the Nosferatu, the door peeks open, and it's not a Nosferatu. It's Barbara. And behind her, you see Mark. They're the first 2 through the doors. And they can clearly, like, make their way towards the party, towards Jacob and Owen. They have the Nosferatu behind them. The one who is on the van still has in his hand like half the sheet metal of the trunk, and he's just sort of like tossing it back and forth between his two hands.
Oh, I thought it was like stuck.
As
He
if
just
he's
like
gonna use No, he freed himself by force and decided to make it a juggling item, even though it's very large and oversized. The Nosferatu see Owen. The Nosferatu and the two Ventrue are there, and at this point they look. They are standing on. They have arranged themselves. Even though the entrance is from the south, they've sort of moved a little bit, and they're almost on the west. They're almost like southwest in that meeting spot, when dead center is Owen and Jacob as the target. And they're kind of looking at you like, Owen, what the fuck? You are so outnumbered here. How dumb are you?
I don't know, pretty dumb. You know, if I want to, hang out with the likes of you.
Well, you won't be hanging out anywhere for very long. Let go of my friend, and I'll make it quick.
What are they to you?
Let go of my friend, and I'll make it quick.
I'd really rather not. Because you can go fuck yourself.
You see the Nosferatu doing their equivalent of turning on powers. Some of their blood starts to bulge in their muscles a little bit. The Nosferatu mark takes on a marble sheen to his skin. And they're just like, you chose the wrong day, buddy. And that's when.
Wait, a Nosferatu is Fortitude 5? Oh, shit.
No, it's the Tremere. That's right. The Ventrue turned on Fortitude.
Okay.
Oh.
I was
There are two
terrified.
Ventrue with.
Yeah.
No, there are two Ventrue with the 5 Nosferatu at the moment. But this is when the Tremere contingent sort of signals, and Kestrel, Mad Dog. This is when we show ourselves. This is our trap reveal.
Okay. Excellent.
I come out
So the
with
Tremere-
claws on.
Yeah, Kestrel, how are you armed to look intimidating?
I have Defy Bane activated. I also want to drink. Or did I ever get clarification on the 2 vials that we took off of the Giordano guy? I gave one to Jacob, and I kept one.
They are blood fetters. They will lower your hunger.
Okay, and all right, I'm gonna keep that for now then. But I have
yeah,
Defy
they're
Bane.
essentially a portable.
And did we decide who took the guns from the situation we had before?
We definitely took the guns from the highway.
Yeah, I want to have one of those shotguns.
So it's not the shotgun that was
You don't want the
doing
fire
the extra
pistol?
damage. It was the shell.
The fire pistols.
So yes, you can have. There's a pistol with some dragon breath rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And that will do 0 plus 0, or the shotgun, which will do plus 4, but superficial.
Okay, I'm gonna have like both of them, but I have the shotgun out to start. I have the pistol like tucked in my waistband.
A holdout piece.
Okay. The pistol's in the way. Okay. So yeah, you're holding a shotgun, intimidating pose. You come out with your claws on Mad Dog.
I have
Willie,
5 powers active right now. I have sure.
Yep.
What's your
And my
hunger
claws-
at? What? Awesome.
So yeah, before any powers are needed to be active, I will get the rundown. There might be a moment here to just pause. Although now the screen has frozen.
You're good on ours.
No?
You're a little
Okay.
delayed, but we can
Mad
see
Dog
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're lagging a little bit.
on mine. So,
Oh, did you want me to put
The-
that image up that you sent me earlier?
oh sure, yeah, you can throw that up. That the image that will be on the screen is a rough approximation of what the warehouse might look like.
Cool.
From the outside. So the Tremere contingent shows up. Now, there is Willie, there's Berta, there's Kramer, and Philip, Reggie, and the Nosferatu and the two Tremere, the two Ventru, sort of take a few steps back because they are suddenly outnumbered. They had the numbers on their side, then they lost it. Now, before they back up too far, they actually all seem to like find their footing and start laughing. Reggie says, "What's so funny? This is our trap." And a pack of Ventru, led by Archibald and Chet, with a bunch of no-name nobodies you've never heard nor seen. They kind of look like they just came out of a grave. A small little pack of Banu Hakim
Who the
contingent,
fuck is Chet?
but it's Archie. Chet,
Yeah, which one's Chet?
he's
Yeah,
with the Venture.
We've never met Chet.
He's with the Venture. No, you haven't.
Oh, okay.
But the players know who Chet is, and you've heard about Chet. He's the one who delivers blood for the Giovanni.
Oh yeah, he's the
circus
asshole in the
system.
backwards beer hat.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, he normally looks like he crawled out of a
And
grave, so
so-
he's not that different.
Ouch.
So now we have the Nosferatu and the Ventru on the south and west, and the Tremere contingent on the east. And this is when the Lasombra contingent shows up from the north.
Was this the
Surprise,
Battle of
motherfucker.
5 Armies?
We outnumber you now.
Jets and the Sharks.
And everybody's kind of like swearing off, looking at each other, getting ready to rumble, when you hear a voice from the second floor leaning over the balcony, and they say, "Traditional fucking cami bullshit. Bunch of goddamn capes."
That's a bad.
And
the
it
gangrel.
is Kindred from the second story that you saw spying when you came to the warehouse last time, leading a pack of 5 other anarch-looking Kindred. You don't recognize anyone other than the one you saw spying. So that they came from the second story on the east. Second story on the west, you now hear another sound. And
Oh,
this
God.
sound is a roar. This is the roar of a beast unlike any other. And you look up and you see some fucking drool coming down and hairballs falling as 4 war form werewolves stand and growl.
Oh dear.
But
Now, that's the second floor east side. The second floor south
Oh
side,
God.
you then hear another voice say, "Wait, werewolves were not part of our fucking plan." And that kindred is with the Sabat you met on the rooftop. He's with Gregory Jackson, although you don't know the name of this Sabat proper. But
George.
he's clearly with. No, the one who said it wasn't George. But he's with George.
George is second in command.
His brother
And so that was
Gregory.
the second floor south. Now, at this point, there are 7 distinct groups.
Jesus Christ.
I think we need some ground
floor
rules.
north. Second floor north.
Someone's gonna come to that
You
fucking
suddenly
skylight.
see. You suddenly see
But
4 men, 2 men, 2 women, dark suits, dark sunglasses, Silence falls over all of you. If you try and make noise by talking, nothing happens. If you move something to make it scratch, nothing happens. An eerie, unbreakable silence comes over the air as you hear. You see a figure holding their glasses, and if a megaphone came out, by order of the Technocratic Union, you are all under arrest. You are all guilty of violating Standing Order 41, subsection C, line 12. Any gathering of more than 24 reality deviants is illegal without proper authorization. As this meeting lacks proper authorization, you are all guilty of this crime and must surrender yourselves for processing. Lower your weapons, and those who do not protest will get leniency. Those who do protest will get strictness. You have 5 seconds to lower your arms. And they count down from 5 to 1.
The fuck is this?
Who invited these
I was
guys?
just looking at. Does anyone know them?
What the fuck is this?
They count down, and you can start making noise again once they get to 3. But everyone is just looking around and a little confused.
I looked over at Mad Dog like, wait, where's the soccer goals? Where are they coming from?
Okay, whose guys are these? Do you guys know these
Look at
ones?
Ventru. They're
who
wearing
invited
suits. They look like Ventru.
I mean, they told you where they're from.
What's the
Were you-
We
Technocratic
still don't
Union?
know where they're from.
Yeah,
So-
obviously this is Ventru.
What the fuck is that?
It's also the second floor, so just hang on a second, because on the 3rd floor east, you hear laughing at the Technocratic Union as they just go, "Hey, suits, meat bags, look around. You're outnumbered a little bit. You might want to go home." As you recognize Tony the Giovanni
Oh shit.
standing there with a number of his lieutenants.
Jeez. Now we're way over the 2
Now-
dozen limit.
You can't actually Kestrels can see this, but Owen and Mad Dog don't. A pack of ghosts are telekinetically throwing
did we
shit
do to
at
ghosts?
Giovanni across the cabin. Well, no, they're attacking the Giovanni.
Oh, okay.
They're going to they're throwing stuff across there, and so you just see like papers and a desk and like an office chair flying at them. But there is one more, the kitchen sink.
Oh shit.
3rd floor.
Butts Carlson.
It's butts.
Butts Carlton, and 3 whites.
Oh God.
How does he
They are
get?
following. They are following Butts Carlton. And one of those whites, Jacob goes, "Fuck, that's Josie."
Who's Josie?
Josie
One of
was
the
the ghoul.
Tremere who met the Tremere who met the religious people and then disappeared.
Ah.
Mm,
I thought she was a ghoul though, but
whoa.
And now she's a white. Now, that's the end of the first list of combatants. No, so there's only one more. But everyone is itching, and you've all clearly activated everything. Everyone is clearly like itching for combat, but no one's gone yet. No one's started shooting. No one's run at someone. And
I mean, technically the ghosts have started throwing things, so.
a light, an almost rainbow glow across the 1st floor as you see little pixies and little sprites all covered in a rainbow kind of glow to them. And you hear one of them say,
Yes.
Save Kestrel.
"For us, it is a feast to see you all release the beast. So well attended. Well, who could miss this? The fang and the fist. Upon this sight, we do dine. this battle for us a very fine wine. We wish you all well, but for those who are felled, may your death knell be heard. Gong, gong. The church bells are ringing, and everyone is free to do what they want. So, we have 13 groups here. You can all decide who you want to go after, what you want to try to do. And I think, given that this is, I believe, the final scene of the game, there is an epilogue planned, but I think this will be our last active scene. I think we should take our break a little early tonight. Give our characters some time to think about just who in this giant, messy brawl they're going to target and how they will try to go about not dying when 60 people are in a fight. It's really getting saturated with how many baddies are in the world of darkness. But I'm having a blast. So, I think we should take about 5 or 10 minutes, come back, and let the mayhem unfold.
All right, see everyone in 5 or 10 minutes.
See y'all when we're dead.
Forward to it.
welcome back to Big Dad Industries. If you're just joining us, we're fucked.
If you're just joining us, we left our party of 3 kindred in a warehouse. They lay a trap for some Nosferatu, but those Nosferatu brought allies, the Ventru. Well, the party has allies of their own. The Tremere and the Lasombra are there to back them up. There are also some Sabbat and Anarch kindred who crashed the party. There's also a pack of werewolves. There's also a pack of Giovanni. There's also a couple of ghosts. And finally, an abomination with a pack of whites following it. Things got out of hand quite quickly, didn't they? Fortunately, our players have quite a few powers to activate, keep themselves alive in this dangerous time. I want to start off by asking everyone to share what powers you've activated and what hunger you are now at as a result. Start with Mad Dog.
I'll go first. I'm currently at 3 hunger, down from 1. I have on toughness, defy bane, feral weapons, prowess, fleetness.
Solid. Toughness, defy bane, prowess, fleetness, and
Feral weapons.
feral weapons. Okay. Kestrel.
I
What?
am on Fleetness, Defy Bane, and Sense the Unseen.
And what's your resultant hunger?
My hunger is at 2.
And Owen.
Owen has prowess and Arms of Ahriman activated.
Nice.
And if I could have, I would have drank that strength concoction from the tree.
Oh yeah.
So Kestrel, I believe, mentioned drinking the premonition potion. Owen has now drank the +1 stealth. I'm sorry, +1 strength and stamina. And Mad Dog,
I'll do the same. Might as well.
+1 stamina and +1 strength. So you get an extra health box and +1 on strength.
Cool. And my hunger is still at 1.
Okay. I turned on the least powers, so makes the most sense. And then who is holding the blood fetter from Jacob?
Me.
Kestrel.
So, now that everybody is free to act after the Fae made their little speech about how they are feasting on the sight of this glamorous battle, a bell gonged, a church bell. It's midnight. Ask not for whom the bell tolls. What would everyone like to do?
Attack the people in front of us. Find not Tony Blockhead, but go to one of the other Nosferatu
Or
and attack.
okay.
I was
Attack
like,
him.
I think Mad Dog should focus on defense personally with everyone that hates him in this room.
Not everybody hates him in this room. It depends on how Butts Carlson feels about identity theft. Because if he heard I stole his identity, he might really be mad at me.
He might be madder at the people who turned him into this, or he's madder at the werewolves because he's actually bought into being this abomination and he wants to kill the werewolves the most.
Or he wants
You
to
don't
kill
know.
the werewolf so he can just keep living.
Also a possibility. So Mad Dog is going to try and charge at a Nosferatu and take him on. What is Owen going to do?
I guess I'm gonna try to use the arms to kill Tony Blockhead.
Arms attack at Tony. And Kestrel.
I am going to assist with taking care of Tony by getting a shotgun shot off on him.
Shotgun at Tony.
Pow,
Okay.
pow.
We'll have range go first because that makes sense. You can pull a trigger faster than Mad Dog can charge, or the arms activate. A lot of other things will also be happening simultaneously.
You know, a better move would have been like duck and cover.
I mean,
Cool.
honestly, I'm angling myself like so I'm kind of like back to the doors in case I need to run.
This
So-
reminds Mad Dog of a mosh pit. You have to throw both. You have to throw your arms around the mosh pit. You can't just stand still. Those are the people who get knocked out.
So the doors you came in are through the Nosferatu inventory. There are, of course, walls behind you that kindred with potence might very well be powerful enough to smash through.
That
But-
ain't me.
The normal door exit is through some enemies. The very first person that gets to act, though, is Jacob, because House Tremere wrote this. And the first thing he does is he calls forth to the Agent Brad Smith, the technocrat who made the speech, and you see blood fly through the air into Jacob's mouth.
Ooh, isn't it like Bale's caress or whatever?
Ooh.
Correct, 4th level thaumaturgy.
That one's cool.
Nice.
It only works on mortals. Can't do it to a kindred. Grumble. But
Mages count as mortal.
Jacob knows the proper threat decision-making process in this room and went for a mage first. Blood flies through the air. Kestrel, give me your composure plus firearms roll against Tony's block.
Yes. Ooh, ouch. I'm gonna willpower that one. See if it makes any better. I'm not rolling great tonight, am I? That's 2 successes.
2 successes. So Tony manages actually to dodge out of the way. He gets like a little bit of the juke motion, yeah, and the shotgun pellets clearly hit the wall behind him. As ranged things continue to go off, everyone hears a cacophony of gunshots. There is a small beeping sound that all of you hear as beep, beep, beep. Arms attack on Tony Blockhead, please.
Okay, that is going to be 11 dice. Although if I surge the blood, I will get 3 more dice. So let's surge the blood because I'm still at 1 hunger. And I want to be at 5.
And everybody remember, we still have a floating messy critical.
Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure using it on the first round won't have you watching
Yeah,
it later.
successful hunger rouse check. So that's
Nice.
3 more dice. So that's 14 dice at hunger 1.
You can't kill.
Jeez.
You can't kill him with cars. You can't kill him with hunger. You can't kill him with anything.
And yeah, I'm gonna spend a point of willpower.
Okay.
That got me 1 more success, so 7 successes.
Okay. That dodge roll of his gets it down to 4. But that is still 4 successes. That is superficial damage? Or is that... Yeah,
I'm
it's
looking.
level 2 power.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. But then it adds your potence rating.
Yes. Or half my
Uh,
potence. Adds half the potence. Deals superficial.
So 4 plus your potence rating is 2.
My potence is 2, so adds 1, so 5.
Okay, 5 superficial. Is it unhalved superficial?
It just says superficial.
Okay. So he takes 3 points of superficial damage to Tony. How are you attacking him? Punches, grabs?
Like his own. It's like his own shadow coming to life and just, beating the piss out of him.
Okay. The shadow gets in some good punches. You see him trying to get out of the way and just failing. like too many arms are coming from too many shadow locations, and he gets a couple damage points. Mad Dog, you charge into the battle. You've been in Mad Phrase before, but as your first step leads forward, you have a flash, and it doesn't cause you any time. Your next step is immediately happening, but a flash, a memory of when the religious figures talked to you about repenting. You had a flash of someone in your brain who you'd never seen before, but you intuited that it was your sire. And since you'd never seen him before, you didn't take note of it immediately, but you are sure your sire is in the pack of Sabat. You take your next step forward as you find a Nosferatu and throw your claws at him. Let's get some contested roll here.
Okay, so it's strength plus brawl.
Yeah, that's all.
That's
Unless
it,
you
right?
blood or anything. Potence adds damage, so not on the attack roll.
God, should I potent or should I? All right. Well, I have. Yeah, no. Let's just see what happens here. All right.
He only gets 3 successes.
Hey, I think I can beat that one.
That's what he thought too.
Oh wait.
Holy shit!
Oh shit! A messy critical.
No.
Step.
We just I think we said last time if we don't use that 10 to make the critical.
I've got 2 regular 10s and a messy 10.
If one of your 10s is the messy, it hits. The dice bot knows the rules.
It says messy, so 7 with a messy critical.
I mean, why don't you want a messy at this point? Like in this
No,
moment,
no. Hey.
Take it.
Fuck it.
because the messy part here is the following.
We're
As
playing for score here.
Mad Dog finds which Nosferatu did you just do this to? Say it was this was Tommy. No, this was Tori. Tommy's faster than this. Tori, a very conservative Nosferatu, tries to throw up some fisticuffs at you, but your claws and your speed, you shred his arms as you push them down, and his arms leave way. And then your beast just says, feed on him, drain from him, drink him dry. And you are enraptured. After having done some damage with your claws, you're sinking your fangs into this kindred, pulling their vitae out, lowering your hunger to 2. As beep, 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 beep. Everyone give me a dexterity plus athletics roll, except for Mad Dog. Because you are just too into it.
Let me roll my 3 dice.
I'm gonna.
Can rouse the blood. You got. What's
I can't rouse the blood because I already roused the blood.
Oh shit.
No, you can do more than 1 rouse per turn. It's
Yeah,
1
you can-
discipline.
But
You
I've
can-
already
you can
done
rouse-
blood surge.
No, you can. Oh. You can blood surge again. Blood surge once on your turn. It's a different turn. This is the exploding thing's turn.
No, I'm still not going to do it.
Okay. I'm just saying, if you wanted to, you could. So, how many dodges from Kestrel?
4.
I got all 3.
Okay. And 3. So, Owen, that's good. 4 from Kestrel is better. And Mad Dog takes the full brunt of an explosion of sunlight fills the room as a technocrat threw a grenade and it landed. And the room flashes with natural, full sunlight. 5 points of aggravated damage. 4 dodges, only 1 for Kestrel. 2 for Owen.
Shit.
5 for Mad Dog, but Defy Bane allows that to become 5 points of superficial damage.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to turn my Defy Bane on again, but yay!
Oh, that guy's
You
dead.
hear a lot of kindred scream and shriek, and at least 2 of them that you saw down here just fucking disappeared. Just straight to shred.
It's a good thing the Sinites didn't show up. They'd be fucking dead.
Now, this flash is stopped by the ceiling a little bit. So kindred on the edges upstairs might have been hurt, but a lot of them are probably fine. But down here, that was pretty bad. Jacob, you can see, no longer has a spout of blood coming to him as he took a hit, but he looks somewhere around as bad as Owen, maybe Kestrel. Not terrible. He is a resilient fucker. Willie also seems about as bad as Mad Dog. They were moving slow. But the next round. Mad Dog, despite your body blocking most of the sunlight, the kindred plus all the damage you did falls out of your hands, and like your fangs slowly retract from the corpse's head that then falls to the ground, and your beast is like, you should have got his heart's blood first.
Yeah, I should have. I definitely fucked up there. Yeah,
Did you get any?
I got a little bit. I
Hey,
got taste.
yeah.
All right, I forgot after the light bomb.
True.
So yes, what is everyone's next course of action?
Well, how does Blockhead look?
Blockhead looks surprisingly okay, but in front of him there's a pile of ash. He might have just pushed one of his minions in front of him.
I mean, honestly, that's the way to do it.
He's got a little bit. Like
Mad
there's
Dog
a
just
tiny
got stronger. I realized.
I did.
No, did you activate that?
I can activate it now. It's
Okay,
whenever.
I was just checking. Yeah,
I'm gonna do it right now. Yeah.
Cool. So, Mad Dog, yes, let's have your planned actions.
Okay. I'm gonna guess I'm around a bunch of more of the Nosferatu, and I feel like Owen
Yeah,
has
you're in the motion.
Owen has a really good handle with those things. The Nosferatu are not well suited, I think, to deal with like shadow tentacles attacking them. So I'm going to wreck another one of the Nosferatu right next to me with. I feel like I also kind of like got physically bigger after I got my sunburn on my back. Like I'm like more hulking now, and like my muscles are too big for my clothes, kind of. And I'm gonna try to claw one of these fuckers in half.
Okay. Another Mad Dog Nosferatu.
I'll get to my sire eventually.
What will Kestrel do this round?
I would like to use my speed to try to get behind the Nosferatu between them and the door.
Okay, so you're trying to like get to the exit?
Get between them and the exit, yeah.
Okay, so but not through them, going around them?
Around them, yeah.
Okay.
And if I can, I'd like to shoot them from behind.
Okay. A shot and shotgun again?
Mm-hmm.
Or pistol?
You should have blood surge this time.
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
And then Owen?
Does it look like people are about to fuck up those mages?
So one of the Tremere, Reggie, actually soaring leaped up to them and seems to be in melee combat, but they do have some large assault rifles with them, and at least one of them seemed to block an attack from Reggie.
And how's Jacob looking personally?
He took a little bit of damage, but he's around where you are, maybe a little bit better off.
Okay.
And he was just drinking some blood. The guy he was drinking blood from is like on one knee, but not dead.
So I'm going to split my shadow arms. One arm attacking Tony, the other arm attacking the guy next to Jacob.
So Jacob is kind of behind the lines. He's not in the fray. He was doing a ranged attack, so he didn't.
Everything on blockhead.
Okay, everything on blockhead.
Rip him apart.
Okay.
Wishbone.
Let's start with a dexterity plus athletics roll from everyone, because this time a hail of bullets are coming at you from the Ventru. And although you have those flasks, there are a hail of bullets. They are on full auto. So maybe one of the bullets is all that you'll get hit by. Maybe more than one.
I'm going to rouse the blood for dexterity.
Yeah.
Still at 1 hunger.
It's amazing.
Right. Let's see about healing if you have to. Oh, wait, it might be aggravated.
I took aggravated. I can't heal. Alright, so I get 6 dice.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
7 successes for Kestrel's dodge.
4.
Wait, how many?
7.
All right.
I critted. That's you.
Mad Dog?
3.
And-
You know what? I'm gonna spend a will on that one.
It's just automatic gunfire, Mad Dog.
Okay,
Holy
so,
shit!
so actually, so that was 3 plus 5 more 8.
5
and I
more?
I critted on my when I re-rolled with my
And,
willpower.
and
so
how many
8.
did you get?
I got 4.
4. So amazingly, Owen is the only one who gets hit. But how much willpower? All right, you're burning through it. Don't die. It makes sense.
There's no reason for me to spend willpower because just 2 dice didn't get it, and one was a hunger die. So
No, that's fair, but you got 4 successes already, and so that brings it down to 3. 7 was the cutoff. Now 3, that's actually going to be 1 bullet, and it hits the flask. You take no damage, but your clothes are on fire. These are fire bullets, and you will have to succeed on a frenzy check to not go into flame frenzy, unless you spend your whole action and turn putting it out. If you want to do it as a minor action,
how many successes do I need?
just 2.
And
You're not on fire. Your clothes are on fire. So
what do I need for this?
Undamaged willpower.
Oh, okay. Just
There's no
willpower?
hunger for it.
Isn't it willpower
Yes.
and like
1/3 of plus 1 for you. Yes.
okay? So 5 dice.
Kestrel would get +2.
Let's fucking do it.
There we go. Difficulty, yeah. Statistically, you get 2.5. But fire bullets do more than just harm you. Success? I'm not.
Do
looking.
hunger dice matter on this?
No, not at all.
Oh, because I rolled
No,
a
it's
bestial
willpower.
failure.
Nope, doesn't.
No
doesn't matter.
successes.
However, no successes does mean you are in a flame frenzy. And that will continue until this fire is put out. But that's pretty easy. You just spend your turn doing it.
Okay.
That means Kestrel. Give me dexterity plus athletics plus celerity
Yes.
to see how successfully you can dip, duck, dodge, and dive out of all of the attackers to get where you want to go.
Two successes.
you get caught up in the fray. Before you can make it all the way around, one of the Nosferatu pops from around a corner and throws a punch. So now give me composure plus firearms to see whether your shot or their punch goes off first.
Right. All right. And I blood surged, so got a little extra there. Be
5.
8.
Are they gonna? No, they're not gonna willpower.
I'm gonna willpower that.
Okay.
Wow, that was a good willpower. 9 successes.
9 successes. Okay. So they got a good 6 successes, but that shotgun blast does well. 3, 7, halved to 4 superficial. Plus the fire, this Nosferatu had some burns on him. The shotgun blast, it almost looks like you were shooting a human. You hit them in the chest and they crumple. They are in torpor, you would assume. They took some of that fire damage. You can see some scars.
I kind of, for like, briefly whisper to them, sorry.
They can probably hear. They can not hear you. There is way too much happening. No, you can hear things in torpor. You can like perceive. But there are werewolves roaring, shotguns going off, fireballs being thrown.
They probably see Castro cringe, like, ugh.
Like, didn't mean to do that. But there goes another Nosferatu. And this leaves Grover. Grover, the sheriff contender, who had said no to Mad Dog before their massive power-up, is now squaring off with Mad Dog. Finally happened. Give me a strength plus brawl roll.
Okay.
Now, they're going to blood surge.
The survivors are gonna be outside the prince's office like tomorrow night, like it's a school, like it's the principal's office. Just, what did you do?
Okay.
All right. The dice have not been on their side. Not bad, but below average.
9 successes. My strength is 9 right now.
Okay. Right, because of all the prowess from pain. So you made those rouse checks, by the way, because that's 2, correct?
I'm at hunger 4. Oh yeah, I failed both of them.
Checking on that.
You some of that werewolf blood.
Is fantastic, and the 5 successes Grover got does not match up. They have not been getting their crits. So 5, 9, 4 successes. What's your potence rating?
2.
6 damage, claws, plus
2 more.
2, 8 unhalved. 8 unhalved plus the ag. No, it was just the 3 superficial. So 8, that's 14 superficial. Be 7. Yep. You think you've done them in. Now, I need to do a couple of rolls here to see who interferes with this. So this is them and them. Okay, they won that battle. As you look up, you can see that the Giovanni have just wrecked a bunch of wraiths, and you can see them like Ghostbuster being controlled by Giovanni.
Oh no!
And let's see about the Sabbat and the Anarchs. Oh, they both got really good. The Sabbat and the Anarchs are going toe to toe and like not knocking each other out. The Tremere and the Mages are also in a standstill. Each one of them is like doing a shot and just going to the other move. They attack the mage teleports somewhere else. And so who comes down and hits you is a white.
White.
Dropping from the 3rd story of this building.
Oh no, not the
making a
whites.
crater
They
in-
ruin everything.
Is this what white culture is?
Uh, there should be a better name for this, right?
There should be a different name for this.
A vampire in Wassail drops down from the 3rd floor, and you can just
Is
see
he
this
white?
monstrosity with muscles and bones, almost looking like a flesh-crafted ghoul, but it's not. And with one hand, it swipes at both Mad Dog and Grover. Grover is so groggy, he does not get a dodge roll against this successful so
Rip
far.
Bozo.
Rip Bozo. Pack watch.
Looks like Julia wins. Unless she's here, in which case she'll
That's
probably
the-
die.
Seven.
Oh, okay. I rolled dexterity plus athletics.
Athletic -1, because you already dodged earlier.
Okay.
So additional dodges, you lose dice.
Let's see how this one goes. 4.
All right, so you get out of the way of most of it, but they have actually, with the other hand, picked up Grover's torpid corpse and slams that into you, doing 7 points of unhalved superficial.
Unhalved superficial. All right. Well, I eat 5 of it because
Okay.
of toughness, and then
Yep.
So then that's 2, right?
Correct.
Okay.
How many hitboxes do you have left?
5.
Does that count? Are you counting the extra one you got from the stamina potion?
Yeah, I'm at 7 damage and I have 12 health boxes.
Oh my god, you motherfucker!
Also, when I go into ag, I don't take minuses to my rolls because of prowess from pain.
So that was round 2.
That was a lot.
Round 3 begins. Round 3 begins when you hear another beep, beep, beep.
Oh, I want.
What would everyone like?
I don't want to get hit by another one of these damn sunlight grenades.
I'm going to can I like throw the corpse that is in front of me to like protect me from the sun?
If you wanted to like use it as a human shield type scenario,
Yeah.
yeah, you could pick them up and easily like put them in front of you, but like you'd have to hold them. And so whatever you're holding them, some of you would be facing forward probably. Be hard
Yeah.
to have all of your body behind.
Are they much larger than me?
Let's see.
Blood surge. I don't know.
They're a little larger. You know,
I mean,
it's inches.
I'll do my best. I'll try to use them as a shield.
Okay. Kindred shield from sunlight.
Yes.
That's Kestrel. Mad Dog.
Where's the beep 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 coming from? Behind me? In front of me?
To your northeast, but you're also squaring off with a white, so like you are moving directionally,
Mm-hmm.
and it might be behind you or in front of you, depending on if you're trying to avoid this white attack, Wassail vampire attack.
Okay. God, I don't want to get hit by another one of these. I don't know if I'll survive too much longer by doing this. Can I jump out of the building?
It's just superficial damage.
I'm running out of.
You can rouse to heal some of that superficial.
He's at hunger 4, and no, you can't heal Defy Bane reduced superficial
But
until the next scene.
He just took 2 though that he could heal.
I could get the 2 down. Yeah.
Those 2 he could heal. But he's at
Yeah,
hunger
yeah.
4. That seems like a risky hunger move.
What powers does he need
But
to
maybe
activate?
it's
He's
worth
already
it.
activated all.
All my powers are activated.
Defy Bane.
Can I try to see
Reactivate
who's
Bane.
got that grenade?
You can take a -2 penalty to do a quick action to try and see where the grenade is coming from.
Mad Dog, do you have rapid reflexes?
I do.
That's a 2 dice action.
There you go. Great. Yeah, there you go. So give me a wits plus awareness. Although it's
Wit.
more than 2 dice for that, but I'll let you do the action. It's a minor action.
Wits, aware. Where are you wearing? Oh, okay. This will be hilarious because of how many. Most of those dice are hunger dice. 2 successes.
2, you said?
Mm-hmm.
It is, you feel like you heard a clink, 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 so you assume it was thrown from the second story.
Thrown from the second story.
And so that's where the technocrats came from initially. And it seems to be reasonable, the projectile distance and direction, like if they were to just kind of lob it forward, it would have landed where it landed.
All right, can I grapple the white and aim it towards where I think the grenade is?
Okay, another kindred shield idea. We're doing 2 for 2 on this.
It's gonna be 3 for 3.
Owen.
So I need to know where that grenade landed, right? So I can try to point my shield at it. My shield,
So
of
also,
course,
like,
being the
this is
grappled form of Tony Blockhead.
Tony
being held
Blockhead!
by the arms.
Just
Okay,
smother
so
the grenade
That's
with
my
Tony
plan,
Blockhead.
if I can.
So getting to Tony Blockhead, you can certainly try to grapple him and do that.
The arms
that will
can
be
grapple.
a higher difficulty. So, do the arms stay if there is no shadow for them?
Let me take a quick look.
Only the
like
shadow.
you mean
knows.
like when
Either
the
way,
grenade
you're gonna
goes off?
Yeah, I was going to say the shadow's arms might disappear and you have to reactivate it once the sunlight hits them. Because I think they do have health, technically.
They do have
like,
health,
the
but it
arms
can
can be
only be
attacked?
hurt by a powerful torch or daylight.
So it was hit by sunlight, and so yes, they were both probably killed.
The Wits
so
plus
just you gotta
Oblivion
do
roll allows the tendrils to attempt to snake into dark corners of a room or overpower the light for a turn,
Oh.
taking a health level of damage, but continuing the assault.
Okay, Wits plus Oblivion roll then to see if they were able to resist the 5 points of sunlight damage.
Yes.
Okay. Then they are still there but injured. And
That's your
they
Wits
can,
plus Oblivion roll? Good God.
Because I roused, remember?
Oh, yeah.
and because Oblivion
Pretty
funds.
good. Pretty good.
Having rank 5 is when characters can do so much.
Holy shit. 9
True
successes.
sunlight is just annoying to them for Mad Dog. So, your arms are going to do another attack on Tony and grapple him and then pull him to you.
Yes.
So it'll still be a little bit of higher difficulty, but
fine.
not quite as high because the arm. So grapple Tony. Antonius Block, by the way, is the protagonist in 7th Seal. And Antonius Blockhead will have to survive this attack. Now, all three of you are doing close combat. So let's take a quick moment and see who has won some of these other fights. No, ties aren't allowed. Okay. The Giovanni seem to be getting thoroughly wrecked by Butts Carlton and two of the other vampires in Wassail. The Anarchs and the Sabbat, who just couldn't resist fighting each other because one of them hurled an insult, the Sabbat get the upper hand. And the Anarchs, though quite quick, are unable to survive the Sabbat horrid forms. Some of these are clearly dragons taking on these monstrous appearances, but thus becoming fast and strong and hardy.
Gotta kill them.
The Tremere and the mages are once again going at it. You see Reggie think he gets the upper hand. Stake comes out of nowhere, slams into him, and Reggie drops to the ground.
Oh, he's dead.
You see Jacob going toe to toe with another mage. I'm sorry, with a mage, and the mage pulls something out that creates a small shockwave around it. You can see the air sort of circulating, and you can hear Jacob, "Fuck no!" and he starts flying to the roof. You see him just take off and fly up towards the skylight. So that's what happens up there. Now let's have these kindred shield attempts. Kestrel,
Yes.
this is going to be no resistance. They're in torpor. You
Mhm.
successfully pick up this kindred and position their body to take the brunt of this sunlight attack. Mad Dog, strength plus brawl with your grappling specialty against a beast of a creature. I'm gonna use
I got quite a lot.
Okay.
Oh God.
8 is
10.
their die.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure because
So-
the one oh no, that's a different role I'm thinking of.
Your grappling succeeds. You have them in a hold, but they are powerful enough that you are dancing around, spiraling. You have the upper hand. They can't get to you. They are gonna be in a worse position, but you don't have full control. Owen,
Let's go.
Oblivion and attack roll on Tony's.
I'm
You
gonna
got
spend a point of
crit
willpower.
6. Okay. Seems like a good moment.
What do you get?
6.
I got 9 with a critical.
Okay, he also got a crit. So 9 still enough. You beat him by 3.
I want to
pull
use
him
it
over
at,
to
on.
you.
I want to use it at any cost to add 2 more, make it a messy critical.
Nice.
If it does
Add-
5 damage, that should protect me from all 5, right?
What happens here is you actually grab Tony with your arms, and the beast wants to not see fucking sunlight. That is not okay. He was a no, you don't get to see sunlight. It's bad for you, Castrel. But what the arms do is you actually grab Tony and put him on top of the grenade. So no
God.
one is hit by sunlight other than Tony Blockhead. You might have, if you are cruel, Owen, forced it into an orifice of his.
He is cruel.
Oh.
I'll leave it to the viewer's imagination. But the grenade went inside of Tony Blockhead and blew up inside of him. And he turns to total dust.
I just saved the entire domain here.
A little bit more sunlight does peer through, but not enough that it actually does anything other than tingle that beastly frenzy sense. Now, the thing that scared Jacob away.
Question. I just fulfilled my ambition.
Gain a point of willpower, aggravated or superficial.
Oh yeah!
You had any aggravated willpower damage?
No. I didn't.
Now, there's one group I haven't mentioned yet.
The Lasombra.
Anybody?
Okay.
I didn't mention the Fae, but they're just watching.
The Banu Hakim.
That's true. Here's another. So yes, the Banu Hakim. Let's go ahead and confirm. Yup. The Banu Hakim are ripped to shreds. Shreds, you say?
Shreds, you say?
The werewolves, completely unbothered by sunlight, are doing just fine. The Sabbat and Anarchs, they were fighting each other and are gone now. The Banu Hakim, balls of fur and blood. A single werewolf now comes at each of the party, as they have their other problems. You see an approaching werewolf or hear it roar or land behind you as it drops down from another floor. The artifact that scared Jacob starts to emit a pitching sound. You see Willie, who is very badly burned by this attack that he took from the Ventru. He's been fighting them and doing lots of damage, but their fire bullets have hurt him. You see him take out the detonator button and just be like, "Sorry, everybody."
Uh-oh.
The detonator is not working.
Gargoyles!
Womp.
What would everyone like to do? Let's start with Owen.
Owen would like to flee outside of the warehouse while shouting at Kestrel to shoot the explosives with the fire bullets.
You read my mind. That was exactly what I was planning on doing. I was
Shoot
trying to run.
her!
I was planning to run and try to fire a shot at the explosives with the fire gun.
And if I can I turn? Can I do? I should have really taken Shadow Step. That would have been much better. I can't use Tenebrous Avatar while trying to escape, so I guess I would just have I'll try to activate Touch of Oblivion to just bitch slap the first person that gets in my way so I can get out.
All right, and still grappling with this white and hearing a werewolf roar, what is Mad Dog going to try and do?
Okay, so the white is right here. Where's the
You are
werewolf?
grappling, like you are like holding parts of it. You heard a roar from behind you, and it was getting louder, so it's probably approaching from behind you. But also, you're like rotating with this thing, trying to get the better grapple. You have a lock on them, but you're still both standing. But they can't attack you without breaking out of the grapple first.
Okay. Can I bite the white and then try to jump us both through the wall to get outside the outside the factory?
Yeah. You can do that. It would be splitting your action.
It's tough against him. Can I just power through and
With the grapple in place against the white, biting him is easier. He can still try and stop it, but you don't have a -2 penalty because you're grappling them, and they would still have a somewhat hard time getting out of your attack way. But
I don't want to get overwhelmed. I don't want to get attacked by two things on two sides. So, can I break my grapple and try to run?
absolutely, if you want to try and just release the grapple and you are beelining for the door as well.
At least trying to get away from these two things so I can get my bearings and try to turn around and punch them.
Okay. But so it sounds like you're disengaging and trying to dodge, focusing on.
No, that doesn't sound like Mad Dog. Maybe stop grappling, sucker punch him, and then try to walk my speed away from him. Or not sucker punch him. He knows it's coming, so just
Right.
punch him.
Yeah, I was going to say stop grappling, punch the white, and then flee.
Yeah.
Okay. Attack the white. All right, we're going to have this close combat go off first because you're grappling currently. So before any firearms get drawn, Mad Dog, give me your attack roll. And because they are recovering from this grapple, I'm going to add 2 dice to your attack pool because you don't have enough with strength 9 and brawl of 4.
I have a lore question.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happens if you Diablerize a white? Do you still lose humanity?
Yeah.
But they're
It's
not
a
like
kindred.
human anymore.
It's a kindred.
It was a
You're
kindred.
No, it's a kindred. The classic.
Should I rouse my blood? No, I'm gonna hold my blood to see if there's another better time to do this.
I feel like I have to ask Jason Carl this now.
Okay. It's a messy critical 9.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. So again, you get 3. So
7.
and your claws are +2 with the so 7 superficial. Now they also have toughness. So you see your punches landing, and you see the skin getting bruised, black and blue, and then it just immediately returns to the gray of this vampire in Wassail. As they do take 3 points of superficial damage. The ranged attacks will go off then next. So, Owen, you're just beelining full on getting out of the building.
That's correct. Prepared to slap down with the
Right, the
touch of
Oblivion touch.
oblivion.
So, give me a dexterity plus athletics plus stealth plus half rounded down of your oblivion.
Can you type that out for me?
I could. I can also
Dex plus
Dex.
Ath.
plus stealth, if you have any,
Okay.
and 2 dice for oblivion. I'm just going to tell you the number.
Okay. I will take care of that if you want to do Kestrel.
Okay. Kestrel, you're trying to flee and shoot the explosives.
I am intending to empty my entire clip in this effort.
That will add 3 dice for your attack roll. The problem is that the explosives are not in a straight line of shot from the exit. So you can get the shot off, but you're not going to be able to be like standing at the door as you're doing the shots.
Are they
So-
shootable from where I am right now? I'm like sideways
little-
to the Nosferatu group.
With a little bit of free movement that you use, absolutely. Right? You were already trying to move initially when you got into the fight with the Nosferatu. You shot with a shotgun, and so from that position, you can do a little bit of free movement and easily have a line of sight to them. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But it's like you're going this way towards the exit. The explosives are that way, but you don't have a line of sight until you move forward that way. And then if you keep going to the door, they're out of line of sight.
Okay.
5 successes for Owen.
5 for Owen. Does that get him out of there without having to rouse the blood? Nope. We're going to need a rouse check, Owen. Your Oblivion does get you through the challenge, but you do have to turn that power on to push away a Ventru who is kind of trying to be like, you're not getting out of here. And you like start to touch them and they're like, no, I'm oh god, no.
Yeah, so I'm still at hunger 1. Listen, this is what happens when I went into a fight at hunger 4. I can't leave with 5.
I mean, okay, so also we'll see how successful leaving is. Kestrel.
So I initially got 8 successes, and then I'm like, I really want to be sure I hit these things and hit them really good. So I re-rolled with willpower, and now I have 13 successes.
Okay. A pair of things happen. Kestrel shoots the entire clip, like runs. Wait, where the fuck are they? Where the fuck are? Oh, there. You take the line. You deep breathe. You don't breathe, but you line it up, and you pull the trigger rapidly. You think you were going to empty the clip, but you're not sure if you did. Because the first bullet hits, ignites, and a shockwave goes off. Kestrel is the only one who's going to get a dodge roll. Everyone else is just going to get a stamina roll. Kestrel, dexterity plus athletics.
Can I add my celerity?
Yes.
I have fleetness to it?
You turned on fleetness. Yes.
I do have celerity on too. I have fleetness.
Yeah, so you should have been adding add fleetness for all of those dodge rolls, but only 1 per turn. So if you have multiple dodges,
Yep.
it does not. Now the damage from this for Kestrel would be a lot worse.
For a
What's your
second,
dodge
I
roll?
almost thought you put on those ear protection headphones.
No.
Oh, that's not bad. 5 successes.
Cool. 8 points of superficial damage.
Well,
So half to 4.
I'm alive.
Hey!
I'm alive.
Now,
Whoa!
the shockwave continues. Owen, give me a stamina roll, and Mad Dog, give me a stamina roll.
I'm gonna rouse the blood. Woo.
Might as well rouse the blood. I didn't do it last time, so.
Still at 1. I'm still probably gonna die here.
It's
but-
unbelievable.
You die, but you're not hungry when you die.
Yeah,
That's a
I
victory in
know. I'm
itself.
about to roll a fail here too.
Pyrrhic victory.
All right, let me roll my 6 dice now.
It's a good pool.
Don't roll a 1. Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
Even
How
that
many?
curse.
You didn't
many?
tag their
Damn it.
strength.
Damn it.
7 successes with a critical.
Well, that's great. That's great. You only take 4 points of superficial damage, which you have, so only 2. That's an amazing dodge.
6 successes.
That's a pretty good dodge. You take 5 points of superficial, but then your toughness reduces, so you take 1. You can't take less than that.
Can I heal that and the other 2 that I took off right now too as like a reflexive action as well?
You could heal
No.
3.
No.
Yeah.
It's got to be on your turn.
Cool.
So that's the explosive and the shockwave from Kestrel. That shockwave is actually going to sort of have an interference pattern with the shockwave from the mage's device, which now Kestrel and Owen will have a lesser portion of, but Mad Dog will be the brunt, as he is still in the grappling fighting area. They were both on their way out. And this shockwave starts with a ringing in your ears, Mad Dog. And let's see if your head explodes. Give me a stamina plus fortitude roll. That's pretty good for you.
And do I still have my blood rouse from just a second ago?
No. Rouse only affects a single roll of the dice.
Can I rouse again? I might want to do it.
If you have the hunger to. If you're, yeah.
All right, let me do it. Here we go. Here's where I go into Hunger 5.
Oh my god.
Yep,
I'm
Hunger
like-
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many more things do you have to activate? Come on.
Not really much. Yeah. Okay, so it's Fortitude plus Stamina. Okay, so that's
That's
9.
okay. It's pretty good.
No, totally. I'm gonna
Wait, a question.
I got 5. I'm gonna spend a will. 'cause
Question
I
for
got-
Mad Dog. That last
boy.
superficial damage you took, did you pick which physical attribute you wanted to increase?
Oh, I just pick one when I activate.
Oh,
the
okay.
power. Yeah. Unfortunately. Okay, so I got. So I'm adding these together weird because I got a crit in here because I re-rolled something. So that would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 successes.
Hey, that's great. Your intestinal fortitude is really, really good here. That 9 reduces it to 8 unhalved superficial damage.
Okay.
As
Cool.
So that's 3.
vitae and blood start
Oh,
coming out of your nose and eyes and ears,
Oh.
and a little bit just
Right.
through your pores. And you see the white lose all attempt to fight you and just grab its head like the strongest ringing noise in the world. And then Victoria Newman pops his head off.
Ooh.
Not Victoria
Oh, my.
Newman. Maybe that is the mage's name. You're not sure.
Mm.
Fortitude
the
5 is fucking stupid.
Huh?
Fortitude 5 is fucking jokes.
It really is. Fortitude 4 did not do enough for. Just toughness does everything better. The werewolf is shrieking in pain, and if you look at them, they actually just start to disappear. Like they become less visible, but they're still there for the moment. You're not sure if they're becoming a ghost.
Damn,
I
I
don't
wanted to
know
eat. I want to
going
eat it.
I still need a stamina plus occult or fortitude, if you have it. Roll from Owen and Kestrel. This will, however, only be 9 points of damage if you don't soak any with your stamina fortitude.
Oh God.
Let me roll my 8 dice.
Hey, it's great. Easily hit a lot of numbers over 9 with that. Maybe not easily, but you could.
Four.
And a plus fortitude. 7. Okay. See what I
5,
can do.
5 points for Owen of unhalved superficial.
Oh god, I'm re-rolling that.
Better willpower damage than health damage.
5 successes.
Okay, so that's only 4 points of unhalved superficial for Kestrel.
Unhalved superficial.
Correct.
I'm down.
You are full of aggravated damage in all your boxes.
Or it's only superficial.
You're impaired.
So yeah, you're impaired. Just -2 to physical actions, and additional damage becomes aggravated. If your health tracker fills up with aggravated damage, then you enter 12.
Okay, mine is
Great.
also full, and I have, thanks to the stamina potion, I think 1 or 2, 1 box left. Yeah.
Undamaged but
No,
superficial.
it's superficial. My trackers, yeah, I'm still active.
Great.
Barely.
So those two things explode, and the shockwaves are just going through the building. Mad Dog, the technocrat who is doing this that you see, looks just fine and is standing by themselves on the second floor, but you can't be sure no one's nearby. That's just what you can see from the first floor. Also, there was an explosion, and you think the building might be about to go on flames.
Oh yeah.
So you could stick around, maybe try and find your sire, maybe fuck with the technocrat, or you can leave. Or something else, of course. The floor is yours.
Are there any like dead or semi-dead bodies on the ground that I can pick up and use as like a running meat bag as I'm running out of this building and kind of suck them dry to get some blood back?
Suck 'em dry.
Suck them dry.
There are
Sandra.
indeed some downed kindred. You don't know how much blood any of them have. They might have died at Hunger 5. They also might not be entirely incapable of acting. If you put them on your back, they might be able to do something.
Oh, we're not putting them in their back. I'm just dragging them like a doll as I eat out of them. I got
With
strength
like-
9.
Yeah, you can do.
I can lift trucks here. These people are like feather pillows to me. I pick them up, bite, and just run out the door.
You see, actually, there is one Ventru with a stake in them, and it looks like some other stakes were fired nearby them. You see, like, bits of wooden shrapnel. And you can go and try and pick them up and drag them away, feeding from them as you go. That will slow you down a little bit.
Try to do jumps as much as possible as well.
The ceiling is low, but you can do the vertical or the horizontal to get yourself some speed.
I would like to break open the blood fetter and drink that real quick while I'm running out.
Okay, that lowers your hunger by 2.
Okay, awesome.
God, I wish I had that.
Even to 0 if you happen to be at hunger 2.
Not at 0.
I would like
But-
I would like to rouse the blood to heal like my 1 superficial damage.
Go ahead. Yeah, you're at hunger 1. Give me your rouse check. You're going to stay at 1.
Also, fun fact, Mad Dog, you can do a prowess active. You're at hunger. You're at strength 11 for feats of strength.
Oh shit!
So
that's
you
right.
can overturn a car, punch through 2.5 centimeters thick sheet metal, and deadlift a predator drone. Which is 900
Give me some
pounds.
drones.
I'm sure the Technocratic Union has one hanging around outside.
I mean,
I didn't. So Kestrel and Owen are going outside at this point, right?
Yes.
oh yeah, like across the street
Hell
if
yeah.
I can.
Get as far away from this place as possible, as quickly
Also,
as possible.
I'm now at hunger 2.
So
Oh,
Kestrel and Owen, you're at the doors. You hear another series of explosions. You feel a shockwave. This one, you're too far out. But you burst the doors open, and you immediately see the place that you walked in, the car is very bright, very almost blindingly bright. But I assume you're still just getting out of the building, and it's not so bright. You turn, but you can see there are cars with bright as fuck headlights. Owen, did you step outside?
Yes.
Owen, you take 1 point of aggravated damage as you see UVs on the top of this pair of cars, just shooting UV light. The headlights are on, the brights are on, and UV light is coming down. And you immediately get a burn mark and retreat into the shadows at the door. And you have to decide what you're doing.
Wait, is it just regular UV light? I don't have that folklore.
You do now.
Oh yeah, right. Duh.
That is a result from saying no to repentance.
Then I am in torpor.
Can I veer around the side of the building to get away from this? I don't want to run straight to the cars. Yeah, I know I'm not affected by it, but I don't want to run straight at the cars with the bright headlights.
Oh, absolutely. So you
could
open
I
the door,
tried to dodge the light?
Can I dodge the light?
You didn't know it was gonna it's an intention to dodge. That's why it's only 1 point though, because you retracted. But
I mean, 1 point's everything to me right now.
Maybe Mad Dog can carry you out. I don't know. Mad Dog doesn't know about the UV lights.
I could be like the dead bodies in the Raiders of the Lost Ark, that first temple that he lives when he sees the body, knows it's a trap.
Wait, do I see him go down?
Yeah, so Kestrel, you actually you can change your action, but so the cars are to the right, you can run to the left and around the building, but you see the door swing close on the floor. Owen.
Okay, I want to run back and try to drag him.
You run back and pick up Owen. He is not moving, and you can easily manipulate his body. These vans are empty, by the way. I just want to highlight. There's no one you can see in the cars. This might be what the technocrats arrived at.
Okay. I'll still try to
no,
pull him to safety.
But if you are pulling him outside into the light, the moment his flesh comes into the light, you can see it start to smolder.
Cover him as much as I can and run away from the lights.
Okay, we're gonna have to see how well you do this. So dexterity, no.
Can I manipulate him so my back is to the car lights and he's in my shadow, like I tried to do earlier with the grenade?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, to see how successful you are and how much of him might peek out accidentally, because you haven't practiced a lot doing this, I imagine.
He's also probably larger than me, so.
Strength or dexterity, your choice, plus athletics or stealth or subterfuge, because you're hiding his body and stealthily you're moving him in the shadows, and whichever of those combinations, not all of them.
Okay.
Whichever of those you prefer.
Okay, I'm good. I'm going to use the blood surge there to help me out since I'm already impaired from having the
right, -2
aggravated
dice.
damage. So that makes up for the -2 and gets me down to a -0. And then that will be 4. Two and first. That 2.
So that's a tie. And Owen, roll me 1d10. 6 or higher, you survive.
I thought the active player wins tie.
I am not Jason Carl.
I mean the book.
I mean, if you call me that, it will be a great compliment. But that's
Basin Jarl did this. Yes!
Yeah.
Owen lives.
He's gonna be in torpor for like a year, but
Mad Dog,
Eat it with
Mhm.
my closet.
you are getting out of Dodge. You're drinking this Ventru.
Yeah. As soon as the blood comes in, start spending down some of this damage I have.
Okay, keep in mind you can't heal all of it because some of it was Defy Bane.
Yep. Yeah. I'll heal 3 at a time, and
And yeah, that'll take a bit. But so you get 1 round where you can take 2 hunger, and spend only 1. You can only do 1 men check per turn.
got it. Do I have to roll self-control?
that's not a thing anymore.
Oh yeah.
No,
and then
you don't. Because you're at hunger 5.
when I start biting him,
Yeah, you do, and that's undamaged willpower plus 1.
Yeah, because my
Because of
stupid
the
humanity.
And the thing here is the difficulty is going to be 3. And if you don't get 3, you are not leaving the building. You are too obsessed with the feed.
And I can't bump this anyway, right?
You cannot willpower this roll, and no, there's nothing to blood surge.
See, I'm rolling 4 dice. Oh, I got 2.
Your beast is in control and demands nothing but feeding and feeding and feeding and feeding. And you feel a shockwave as another series of explosions and the ceiling collapses. And stamina plus fortitude.
9. I have a blood to rouse, so
But do you want to get locked into this? I mean,
I succeeded on my rouse for my damage, so I still have 3. I'm at 3 hunger. All right, so stamina plus fortitude. That's 9. Let's go 12. Let's try to save my.
no, that's the right number. That's the amount of damage you take if you get nothing.
There we go.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sure he'll get something.
Try to at thirst. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Slam that willpower.
I might as well slam a willpower.
Just hit the button on the left.
I don't like that. I don't think it ever does your.
It does.
right.
It does.
I like to roll the
does.
3. All right, so 1 more. 7.
Look how
Cool.
good
So
that did you.
that would be only 5 points of unhalved. You reduce that down to just 1. Wow.
Nice.
4 through 5 is broken. 5 is really hard to kill. That's
I
the lesson.
looked for
whole
this
thing.
game. I pored over which discipline was the best, thinking that I might eventually get to the 5th one, and I thought I found fortitude.
That's the first round. Next round, you finish drinking this thing dry. The Ventru is dead and gone. Do you drink the Heart's Blood and Diablerie, or are you out of your feeding frenzy? You have to make another undamaged willpower plus 1 roll.
What's your undamaged
I have like
willpower
3
at this
dice.
point?
Yeah, this time the difficulty is only 2.
All right, I'm
You're
rolling
also
3.
getting less resources each time.
I'm rolling 3. Here we go. How do I think this one's gonna work?
Oh.
1 success.
You are still there doing this feast on the kindred, and you can feel him like drying up. You can tell this was an old kindred.
Oh shit.
This wasn't Archibald,
Oh.
but this was maybe Barbara. You
Oh,
look.
fuck.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
this
fuck.
is Barbara.
Hey, is it Barbara or is it the Tremere in disguise as Barbara?
So, the final shockwave.
Oh, how much blood did I get that time?
You're down to hunger 1. There's
Whoa!
no more blood to get.
Now I'm gonna want to knock some health down to get it to where it's to the unhealable one. I'm at 5 superficial
So-
damage.
There is another shockwave. This time from the mage's thing, and it's the last one. The building will be collapsed, and either you're alive underneath it or in torpor underneath it, I think. Maybe you'll be able to
Get enough
get one
points
more
to get
bolt shot.
meld with stone.
Oh,
But
God.
stamina plus fortitude one more time.
Might as well rouse that blood again. Alrighty.
Because, Kestrel, you're outside, and you've been able to take a look up in the night sky, and you see Jacob very clearly flying the fuck away.
Yep.
He is
Yep.
flying north,
Damn it.
northeast,
Towards the chantry, or
away. The Chantry is like south or just straight east. He's like heading over to the water,
okay.
as if the East River, and going north from there.
Might as well throw willpower in there. All right. Which one do I hit?
The
Is it
one on the
on
left.
The one on the left. Okay.
How do you have willpower left?
That's my second to last one. I only use it ever once, really.
Okay.
I slam it all the time.
Yeah. So 7 on that one.
Okay. So 10 points of unhalf superficial, down to 5,
All right.
which you can then next turn heal 3 of.
Yeah.
Building is collapsing on Mad Dog. Kestrel
I'm like running down the hallway.
dragging Owen, and you can see Jacob flying away. As the building is collapsing, you see the rubble almost bouncing off of a blue-yellow energy field around the mage holding the vibrating device.
Okay.
The
And
back
there is no
massager.
floor. No floor under him anymore. This mage is just floating now.
That is definitely vulgar.
Yeah,
And
we do not count as sleepers.
We don't count as sleepers.
Ah,
unwitnessed. Maybe the people in Manhattan didn't see it.
we'll say.
But they can also just throw up force fields. Anyway, mages, they're fun. The mage kind of sees, or like can look around, and like there's nothing but crumbling rubble. Kestrel, you can see a couple of figures on rooftops that you think are kindred who are getting the fuck out of Dodge who survived. You see one werewolf that is in the water paddling away.
Doggy paddling?
Yes.
I want to kill that werewolf.
You're under rubble. It's going to take you turns to get out of that. Like, it's going to be a process for it.
I'm just like,
Let's do the Diablo roll.
And you're doing that on your own, man. I'm getting out of here. I'm not coming back to save your ass.
The fight is over. The mage with the energy field floating in the air, after the last bits of the tower seem to crumble, and it seems like nothing is moving. Mad Dog, you might still be grumbling a little, but it's going to take you a minute to find your lever point to push out. They lower themselves to the rubble. See them dust themselves off. Take out a fresh pair of glasses because theirs got damaged. We warned you to go quietly. This is such a cleanup. Fuck it. It's Bob's problem now. And they start to walk towards one of the cars and drive away. There is movement in the rubble. Mad Dog is making his way to the surface. You see a shadow, Mad Dog, as you're peeking out and looking up. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm out from the rubble, and there's like a little shadow on the top of this rock up here, and you see that shadow sort of move and shimmer and take form, and you then hear what what Kestrel can see, because Owen can't see anything. Julia takes form.
Oh,
Julia.
Okay.
And she like actually lifts up some of the rocks to get Mad Dog out of here, reaches down to pull you up. Oh, this was quite the brawl, wasn't it?
Is this a new scene?
Yes.
I'll just start like the little pock marks in my skin. I'll just start healing and go like, yeah, I almost got hurt there.
Yeah.
Sheriff?
Pretty amazing. I think so.
Oh yeah, I definitely saw
I
Owen
don't
destroy
know.
Tommy Blockhead.
I don't know how many people there are left to vote for me. Have you seen Owen? Have you seen any of the other Lasombra?
No. I gotta find Owen and Kestrel. See what
Have
the
you
hell
seen
happened to him.
Tremere?
Oh, I saw the Regent fly away, and I haven't seen any Tremere other than the ones that got killed.
Oh,
Wait,
geez.
did you see the Regent fly away?
That
Yeah,
was right
everyone
there.
didn't like break
Oh.
through the skylight early on because he didn't get hit by any of the shockwaves that took so many of you out after
Oh,
sunlight.
Tremere, always finding the quick way out when things don't look good.
He drank a lot of potions before this battle. One of them was flight.
Still not as good at flying as gargoyles are, though.
So
but at
Willie,
least he flew away.
I'm
yeah.
at 1 hunger and zero damage now.
So the last thing you saw Willie try to do was hit the button, but he was doing that in a very injured state.
Because he was really close to the thing that blows people's heads up, right?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Julia's like, I have no idea who's going to be at Elysium to vote.
Well, you got 1 vote right here, so don't worry. Owen probably survived. There's no killing that guy. Kestrel is super fast. Bet they're still alive. And that's 4. So if everybody else is dead, you've got like 4-0. Now, I've been meaning to talk to you about what I would like for you to do as sheriff, which is we need to find every Sabbat in this city and destroy every one of them.
I'll be happy to talk with you, Mad Dog, in the future. I think I remember a plan about you becoming the Scourge. If I'm the sheriff, we would have to work very closely, yes. But that, I think, is a conversation for another time.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Anyway,
What happened to the
where
abomination? Where was that abomination? Did anybody see that thing?
Oh, that does get hurt by sunlight. Werewolves do not, but it did. Nasty business, those abominations. Where is Kest? Did you say Kestrel? You think got out? Anyone else? And Julie
Those
actually
two.
like calls out Owen, Kestrel.
Those two are like the best parts of sewer rats. It's
Yeah, you can
impossible to kill them.
You can hear.
I yell, "We're here!"
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mad Dog, you can meet up with Julia and Kestrel and an unconscious, torpid Owen.
Shirtless.
oh, Jesus!
Shirtless.
You two look like shit.
Because I got shot with a fire bullet.
We're going to stuff him in my closet for a couple years until he wakes up.
Or you can just pour blood of a higher potency than mine into my
We're going to
mouth.
stuff you in a closet for a couple years until you wake up.
We'll have to find someone for that. I think we should all count our lucky stars that this wasn't worse for us individually. Well, I'm pretty sure my cafe is going to be fucked, but I'm going to go take a look at it anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if there are ripple effects from this evening's events that we might not have planned for.
Well, I don't plan for much, so I'm sure that's true.
This is definitely
I'm
going to
glad.
disrupt the Prince vote quite a bit. Well, I mean,
Maybe
we don't even
Frank.
know if Archibald got out, so.
Maybe Frank was right. Shit. All right. This is. I guess I'll see you in a couple of nights at the Elysium, and we're gonna call it there for our players. There is much to be said for the survival of everyone. It was not guaranteed. I was rolling d20s at the end for damage. Um,
Me,
Fortitude
I don't
5
need.
can
I
beat
don't need
D20s.
fortitude.
it's very lucky. Actually, it's probably a good thing that Mad Dog didn't go outside and get hit by the UV rays.
Those would have been the most messed. Like those would have messed me up by the most by far. Yeah.
And you didn't fight the werewolves with anything silver. Though you did get those silver brass knuckles, you did find out they do aggravated damage. So Mad Dog does have the silver bane.
That's why I want to get that one that's swimming in the ocean there. I want to take it down.
And I was a
So
nice person and saved someone.
you did. You took it upon yourself to carry out a wounded ally, and potentially risking yourself. That werewolf who jumped in the water could have said, "No, I'm picking you off," and decided to come back and one-on-one you when you were trying to help someone.
1v1 me, bro. 1v1 me.
Yeah, 1v1. But the players have survived, and Elysium is in a couple of nights. We're gonna do a quick cutscene narration epilogue where it's the night before Elysium, and you see Franklin, the keeper of Elysium, walking into the hotel lobby, walking into the elevator, pressing 66. The door's open. Normally there would be 2 guards here. There's only 1. Makes a turn in the hallway of the hotel. Here's a T intersection. Normally there would be 2 guards. There are none. Makes a turn, goes to the door to the Elysium proper. Again, 2 guards normally, just 1. Skeleton crew. Franklin walks in, and he sees the prince, the sheriff, and an unknown figure in a dark suit with dark glasses. The large brick wall that is always wheeled in behind Prince Helen when she has Elysium is there. Franklin walks in. "Prince, you wanted to see me?" "I did, Franklin. I am most appreciative of your general silence during the last few weeks. You sharing what you knew could have disrupted things." Franklin replies, "You asked me to keep quiet. I kept quiet. I don't necessarily agree with your plan, but I don't agree with a lot of people. A lot of people don't agree with me." The prince replies, "It may not have been the most orthodox way of thinning the herd, but it was most effective. Wouldn't you say, Agent Smith? We lost 3 of ours. We weren't supposed to lose any." "Well, there were some unaccounted for entities. I can't control everything, try as I might." "I do believe the position of seneschal is open," says the prince. "Franklin, would you like to be my right hand?" "As you say, prince. I could do this. I will take this title. Do not cause such internecine fighting again, else I might not keep my mouth so shut." It would then be my duty to warn the kindred of this city that their prince was turning one against another. We wouldn't want that now, would we? No, we would not, says the person in a suit. Very well. As you have done what we requested, we grant proper authorization for another 12 months. Helen. And a brick is added to the brick wall by the man in the suit. It then dissolves into the brick wall, so it doesn't seem like one brick is staying atop of it, but almost as if energy was infused into it. Franklin asks, what of those who survived, those who remember? The prince says, this shall be addressed at the next Elysium. Any who need their memories rewritten, well, we're having a vote where they will meet with me one-on-one. I shall set it all right. Franklin says, I hope you know what you're doing, Prince. I don't know that. And she cuts him off. Your friend will also be assisting you, I trust, as Seneschal. No, no. Will is not a package deal. It's just me. Sometimes Will is there, sometimes he isn't. He would not be happy to know that the suit is here. We're all unhappy sometimes, Franklin. Deal with it. Fade to black. This has been Ask Not For Whom, an actual play of Vampire the Masquerade V5. I'd like to thank all of my players for making this experience so wonderful, so unexpected, and a real pleasure to play the game. Of course, everyone, give yourselves an outro, and we can wrap this up. And who knows what future adventures will take place in such a city. Or past. We'll see.
I'll go first. I'm Luke. As always, no socials just yet. Had a ton of fun playing Mad Dog and a ton of fun playing with Ben and Tyler. Thank you for running the game, House Tremere, and it's been a blast. Thanks, and thanks everybody for watching too.
All right. Hi, I am Tyler. I have been Kestrel Holland, your wonderful, sanctified Toreador seeking Golconda. It's been a fabulous game, very unexpected. I didn't know what to think coming into this, and this just has blown every possible expectation I had out of the water. So if you guys didn't know, House Tremere here is becoming a paid storyteller. So you should definitely go check out their information at House Tremere and hire them because they're great, obviously. I mean, you've watched this series. They were wonderful. So please do give them some love, show them some support. If you want to see what I'm up to, you can find me at Tyler Rose RPG or at Clan Gargoyle or occasionally at Pentex Inc. So it's been wonderful, great game, had a wonderful time. Thank you so much.
And Ben, Big Dad, you know me, Chief Yeoman, Big Dad Industries. I would like to thank House Tremere again for bringing this game to me. Like, hey, can I run this on your channel? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And then I got to play in it, and I was like, yeah. I had a great time, as everyone saw from my expressions. I got to play a high clan for the first time ever that's not a Sedite. So if you are a person that wants to try your hand at streaming, reach out to me, talk to me. Maybe we can work something out. That's how it worked here. I'm running out of things to say.
You want to collect your thoughts? Yeah, I have a few things to say. So if you have
Yeah.
anything you
Oh.
want to think of,
This October, I will be running a Halloween spooky horror game. Details to be announced later. And in November, so getting my date together, but I'll be running that Mage one shot for my friend's beginner module for Mage. It's good. I got my hands on it. It's good. Check it out. Pay attention to the Twitter socials of Big Dead Industries.
word. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you all for playing. Once again, I am at House Tremere on Twitter. I have created a Start Playing Games account. You can find me at House Tremere, I believe is the link there. The name of the game I have up is Vampire the Masquerade. Ask not for whom. If you think you and your friends can do better than the party did, you can try your hand at it. Difficult adventure, but I think it's a fun one. And otherwise, thank you, Big Dad Industries, for hosting this. As I don't know the technical side, I might be of the generation that should know tech stuff. I really don't. It's the old kindred problem. But this is a real fun time. I plan on putting together another streamed game. I'm going to probably have in the same setting a week or two off, as it is my birthday today, and I want to give myself a little bit of time before my next game picks up, get a couple of the old ideas going, even though those ideas get thrown right out the window the moment players start playing. That's why we play. If I just wanted to write something where I knew everything, I'd make a novel. Luke, Tyler, Ben, thank you all for playing. Thank you for the audience watching, naming Butts Carlton, naming Bear the dog, and in general, enjoying this, I hope. If you have any feedback for me, hit me up on Twitter, send me a message. I'm open to chat. And otherwise, be excellent to each other. I think that's all I got.
I remember what I was going to say. I did want to thank the viewers. It helped getting the feedback as we play or on Twitter is really great when we're playing. It lets us know, one, that people are enjoying what we're doing. That makes us put more energy into what we're doing. Lets us know that you like the content and we should make more of it. And I really appreciate all of you for watching, participating in the chat, making me laugh when I'm supposed to be serious. But Carlton, you know who you are. Yeah. Thank you so much. And because we have hit over 125 followers on here, I'll be doing a giveaway through all the followers. A Steam giveaway of a game, because it's Halloween, a horror game of my choice. To the followers. I will be contacting you if you have won. So I am very tired, so I cannot do it right now. I kind of did not expect to hit this goal tonight. So thank you. And have a pleasant evening. Does anyone have anything else to say?
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you so much for watching.
Till next time.
Have a pleasant tomorrow.
Bye.